Derby State Park, and we found a place to cook hot dogs, and we just like started a fire because the place had been so scourged for like all these plants and twigs and things we could burn. So we were just digging through bushes trying to find things to burn. We did succeed. We did get hot dogs and marshmallows, which was really nice. And then
from the outside, that was probably funny to watch, though. Just from like.
They couldn't. I mean, they did. I know they didn't hear us because there was a train going through every 30 minutes. I didn't realize
like college kids are getting that hard of times these days.
It's a hard knock life.
Just every couple of minutes, we disappear into the bushes, come back out with twigs.
Like literally, though, that's what happened. But oh well. So do we just want to begin without Aletha because she's.
I mean, I guess technically, since Sariel is...
Yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, I want to wait for everybody.
She's gone anyway, yeah.
She upped and ditched the party, so, you know, I mean...
Am I at, like, what my health was at the last one? Or do I get any kind of reboot? Or am I at 11 health?
Nope, yeah, actually, you reboot, and you gain 10 levels.
Damn it, Josh. I wanted to have a chance.
You reboot to 10 health, Sarah. I'm gonna get less health than when I started.
You're at 10 health now. It's a countdown to when your life is over. Which, in a sense, in a vague sense, it kind of is. Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I was just trying to ask a question.
No, I understand.
My other friends are nice to me. Okay.
I'm the nicest out of all your friends. I'm the nicest of your friends.
What?
Yeah. What? I mean, it's a tie between. No, Oceana's probably the nicest out of all of us.
Yeah, to be honest.
That's true.
So,
she doesn't have any like tick marks in my book of offenses yet. So
not yet, but soon. We're all waiting.
Sarah's got a full book for both Kevin and I.
Full book. It's all right. That's very unfounded. It's an encyclopedia.
Sarah's written.
It's probably a website. Sarah's been working on it.
Probably.
I actually have a whole blog. You guys just haven't found it yet.
It's a portfolio. It has millions of followers.
Sarah, a Word document is not a blog. You have to publish it
first. Hey, it's a Google Doc. All right, it's much better. It's owned by a big company.
You know that one like moment from The Office where Ryan just has his like notebook. He's like tallying offenses from when I'm back on top.
See, but the difference is he was on top at one point.
You think
wow, this is just a fire. It's hot. Is it hot in Seattle? It's sure hot in Bellingham now. The heat's cooking.
The heat is on.
Remember this.
Heat of the moment. Well, I say we begin and we just kind of go from there because this is oh my god, this is beautiful. Okay, so
it's just like was it A Christmas Carol? Sariel was dead to begin with.
Dead as a doornail.
Dead as a doornail. And then we can cut to the next part where Rilika, you are now the ghost of Christmas past.
Oh.
Pardon me, how much health do you have?
Actually, I don't mind that because then I get to just like torment you guys in my own way.
Let's see, how long is a D&D round? 6 seconds? So yeah, so you'll be a ghost of Christmas past in about 6 seconds. Right now, you're Tiny Tim.
I have 11 health, so that's, a health a second. So maybe 11 seconds.
That's generous.
That's not how that works.
I
can dream, Harold.
Well, this was fun. I'll see you again maybe next week. Bye.
Oh.
Sorry.
Thank goodness she's gone.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, she's
gone. God, no. Sarah, I adore you. I don't know if you actually heard. I was complimenting your earrings. They look so good. I did like them. They looked really nice.
Oh, okay, cool. It's just, I'll add,
What's that list?
I might have to start a new page for you.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's see. Where do we want to begin here? There's so many things that need to get resolved. So let's just kind of jump in. You all feel good with that? Any questions you have? Anything? It's been a week. This is the shortest amount of gap we've had. I don't know.
I know. I'm really proud of us.
I'm really happy we could get this in.
As I was driving home, I was like, wow, everything is still really fresh in my mind. I don't have to do a lot of recap.
You don't have to watch the video like 3 times to remember. Yeah, so just to kind of update the last situation, if I could be doing clips like this was a TV show and this is like previously on Game of Thrones, you would see.
Honestly, like, I wish. I want it so bad.
You'd see Sariel taking hold of Commander Basil's hand and being whisked away into death and destruction.
Sorry, I thought Elisa just booted you off the chat for a second.
There can only be so many people in the chat, you know.
Are you outside?
Are you eating dinner right now?
No, I finished dinner, but my parents are still eating, and I don't really have a good place to do this, so I came outside.
Got it.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what outside looks like?
I thought you were back in BT up against that wall. That is a joke. That isn't.
She's the new RD of BT.
Finally,
Yeah,
they have someone.
Hey, my resume got forwarded though to the Res Life department at the UW though for the RD position there. So
Hey.
I'm not gonna take that job. I kind of applied as a joke, and then I was like, oh, this is like, oh no.
Yeah, 90% of the time you have to have a master's, but occasionally.
Yeah, no. Like, well, what's funny is that the ARD position at Western has the same qualifications as the RD position at the UW. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
No. Uh-huh.
I accidentally took one of your papers.
You took one of my papers?
We did.
What was the paper?
What was your status report?
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah. I did read one line, and it was, your VVPs were really good. And I was like, fuck, this is a status report. No.
Oh, thanks.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Is that yours?
Nope.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam. Bye, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
They said bye. One said bye.
They said bah.
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 Sheep.
Thank you. We still need to get that splitter. Because we're just sharing one headphone.
What? A week wasn't enough?
We're finally splitting. Wait, no.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Oh no, the splitting on this book.
Here, Josh, I've got one. Here.
Prime Day happened and you didn't get a splitter?
Thanks, buddy.
You
Take
didn't get an Instapot?
I would love, man, if I had a useless superpower right now, that would have immediately.
Useless? That would be pretty useful.
It'd be useful in this one and only scenario.
Okay, but what if you were really hungry and you wanted a snack? And then I was like, here, I have food.
You can't
That's
eat
true.
a headphone splitter.
You're not determined enough. It's only headphone splitters.
Oh,
That's the
man.
only thing he can pull through the computer.
And then I can make 2. I split them. It's like Osmosis Jones. Wait, no, that's not right. Mitosis. Meiosis? No, mitosis.
Ow, mitosis.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run it over. My bad.
Right.
That would be incest.
Biology joke.
I'm so glad I'm not a biologist.
Okay, so we
And on that note,
we're gonna cut back to Rilika. You are currently sitting in the dark.
Oh, dead.
In the you are currently sitting in a complete pitch black darkness. Do you have dark vision?
Give me 1 second.
I'm trying to remember if halflings do or not.
I think I had to be a specific type of halfling, and I'm not sure I am.
Okay. Let's just assume you don't then. So you're sitting in complete pitch dark, and you are currently on the back of a creature, but it's completely dark, and you can't deduce anything. You can't see anything moving. You can only hear the sounds of pitter patter of dew dropping onto the cave floor. But right now you are in complete darkness, and you feel something move underneath you, and you can feel the body that you are currently laying on start to shift.
Jello.
It's Jello. It's a big Jello.
Gelatinous cube.
It's another gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
No,
Again.
We're not there to rescue you this time.
it was me.
And you can do a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage?
Man. Okay, give me a second.
What was your health again? I'm just curious.
11.
I know. I just wanted to hear you say it again. No, this is
Okay. Surprisingly, I rolled well because I have a high dexterity modifier.
Did you roll twice?
Yeah. I got 18 and then a 19.
Whoa!
Nice.
Yeah, you are able to very easily roll out of the way. So you sense it's coming in the darkness as you definitely. Well, let's give him a chance. Maybe he'll roll a 20. Nope. You sense it coming in the darkness as you manage to roll to one side off of it, and you fall about 5 feet to the ground, and you catch yourself, land on your feet, and you press up against the wall right next to you, only to realize that it is still this creature that you have mistaken to be a wall. As you reach over, when you have your hands up against the wall, you reach over and touch a leg as you see this giant draw snap back to where you were, and it looked like it tried to take a bite out of where you were.
Hmm.
And you take a moment of silence, and you can hear you hear some slight sniffles. Maybe it's a cold, maybe it's just made a very big souffle, and it's just making sure it's rising,
It's
right,
making
taking
a
in that.
gelatinous cube.
It's eating the but you feel its presence moving about in the chamber.
Okay.
What do
Can
you
I perceive any exit like any tunnels?
You could start you could get off right now you're touching the Bahir. If you could start wandering towards one of the walls and then try to follow the wall towards an exit.
We're gonna try that.
Okay.
That sounded like the wrong answer the way you said that.
Yeah. Can you make are you trying to do this
Wait.
quietly or?
Okay. I mean, I don't think I can fight this thing. It's huge.
Well, are you trying to stealthily find the exit?
Yes. And
Okay,
I can
great.
move through a space of any creature larger than me.
Great. Yeah. So, can you do a stealth check with
Don't like how you're doing that. Okay.
advantage? Actually, no. No, just regular. No advantage.
Okay, well, I just got... Okay, so I rolled a 15 plus 3 stealth, so I got 18.
All right, that's pretty good. You can feel the hot breath of this Bahir as it gets closer and closer to you, and you feel its face right in front of you. Its giant maw, which could easily swallow 2 or 3 of you in one gulp. And you feel the breath hit you on the neck as you're pressed up against the wall. You can feel it breathing onto you. And then it turns away and starts shuffling the other direction. And you start scooting towards the wall.
Okay, I pee a little bit and then start running. You start stealthily trying to find an exit.
Okay. We're going to cut back to... let's go... Bertold. Bertold and Chomsky. Bertold and Chomsky, you both have just jumped down using a featherfall pill, a magic pill that you were able to descend down to the bottom of it. And both of you have. Do you have dark vision? You're a dwarf, right?
Yeah, I have dark vision. I'm a gnome.
Oh, you're a gnome. That's what it was. Okay. But you do have dark vision, so you can see the faint outline of this Bahir slinking around in the darkness. And you see your friend about a couple 100 feet away, way down at the other end of the room, inching along the wall.
I just watch. Quietly watch.
Do I see him?
No, you're in complete darkness. You see nothing. You hear nothing.
Okay.
You can hear maybe something, but yeah, you have a good view of. Boop. As soon as I screen share this, of this creature, this giant, this huge monstrosity, slinking around, slurking.
Whoa.
And you see it heading towards the opposite end of the room that you're currently in, Chomsky, and you see it going all the way to the edge where, can you make a perception check real fast for me?
Absolutely. That's a 1.
That's a nat 1?
Yep.
Oh,
That damn bloodhound again.
You do. You hear some yipping. You hear the yipping. You're not able to see where it's coming from, but you hear from the opposite end of the room this dog yipping and barking. It clearly sounds scared of something, but you swear you've heard this dog barking before, but you're not sure where. But you're positive you've heard this dog before. As you see the Bahir slink up, and you see it go up to the end of the wall, where the barking is coming from, and it's
okay.
It's going towards where the sound was, and you see it. You see it start climbing, taking its long legs, and it starts climbing up the wall, almost like a centipede climbing up a complete 90-degree angle as it slowly shuffles its way upwards. Hal and Ruby, can you both make perception checks?
Yes.
Also, there is a dog now. You see the bloodhound yipping and barking. It clearly seems terrified of something. It has smelled something foul in the state of Denmark. Something rotten.
Are you talking to Chomsky or are you talking to Hal?
Hal and Ruby.
13.
13?
10.
Okay. Yeah. You, both of you are able to sense something approaching from the bottom of the pit below. And you don't have a good sense of how deep it is because I think both of you are humans, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Both of you are humans, so you can't really see. It's in pitch black except for the light coming off of... Did you cast a light spell on your chest?
I dimmed it.
Okay, you dimmed it. Okay. So it's complete blackness, but you can sense something right below you.
I sense something right below us.
And the bloodhound is now like shaking in your arms, trying to get away.
Calm down. How do you calm a dog down? I've never... I'm like trying to quiet him down.
I'm gonna walk over and start just like petting its head and like rubbing its ears. I'm like, "You're gonna be okay, boy. It's gonna be okay."
Aw. Can you make an animal handling check?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Oh, nat 20, baby.
Hey!
That dog is calm as shit.
That dog immediately knows you are going to keep them safe in every scenario. It's been the beast has been soothed as you see the bloodhound try to jump into your arms now, and it tries to struggle out of Ruby's arms.
Take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. A second later, you hear something crawl to the top of the wall. You feel the presence has now jumped over, gone over the lip of the wall and you have a sense of something sniffing at you both.
Stand very still.
Make both of you make stealth checks.
Don't bug me. Oh, that's not bad.
Ooh.
19.
21.
Hey! You feel it. Y'all are getting the rolls. This is great. You see it start breathing. You see the same thing. If you were closer to Rilka, you would see it's climbing up the wall and it's sniffing the air, trying to tell where you are.
Can I? Well, real quick, since the incident with Sariel at the top of the ladder, how much time has passed? Has it been more than a minute?
Since Sariel at the top of the ladder, it's probably been about a minute and a half.
Okay. Because apparently with the Way of Tranquility thing, I can cast that Sanctuary spell like every minute.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm going to cast it on Ruby.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. And the behemoth turns and goes. I knew I should have gotten the silent version. I couldn't afford it though. Great, yeah, you cast Sanctuary, but you get the sense that this creature has now turned back down. You're not sure what it was, but yeah, it's something in the pit. We're looking back at Chomsky and Berthold. You two are down there, and you see Rilka slowly inching their way along the wall, trying to get there. Rilka, can you make another stealth check for me?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Berthold and Berthold and Chomsky, you have a third member who looks like a plain dwarf. You don't have really good vision of him because your dark vision only lets you see him the black and white.
Also, I got 11.
11. Let's see. Ooh, that's a 15. As you're like guiding along the wall, and you have your hand out pressed up against it, you feel a place where you pass over and a rock falls behind you.
After just watching A Quiet Place, this is like feeding into my worst.
I saw it. Oh my gosh.
And Chomsky and Berthold. I keep saying Berthold like he's here. Chomsky, you can in the distance you see the Behir immediately turn its head, and you see all of its arms in its body retract into its body as it now starts slithering like a snake as it starts heading.
Must have gotten cold
towards the sound.
I swear to God, if you let me die.
Why would I let you die? I don't even know where you are. I can see
you can see
stealthily.
you can see Rilka.
Okay.
Go on.
But it's currently approaching you, and as it gets closer, you can see the lightning in its body start to illuminate the chamber. As everyone else who hasn't seen it yet, who doesn't have dark vision, you see this blue creature, this almost salamander-like creature.
It's fine.
And it's probably about, gosh, I want to say 30 feet long. As you see it snaking its way towards you, Rilka, you see it. You see its jaws close together as you see lightning zipping along its entire body, and it almost seems to be smiling as it turns and looks at you. What the heck is that noise?
Can we?
That's the sanctuary still taking effect.
It's like dial-up internet. It takes. Can we see the salamander and Rilka from where we are?
Both of you make perception checks. More than likely, but
I had to ask.
Ooh.
17.
13.
Yep, both of you can see Rilka, and you see Rilka in shocked horror as this huge Behir salamander starts slinking its way, and it has this big smile on its face as it looks down at Rilka. And Rilka, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, I'd love not to. I got a 13.
Well, that might be. Okay, so.
How dead am I?
Almost dead.
Very dead.
Mostly dead. Because there's a big difference between mostly dead and dead.
Yeah, so it has a +10 to hit, so
Oh my gosh!
So that will beat you as it doesn't damage you, but it very nimbly picks you up in its jaws, and it's almost got you like a cat in the scruff of your neck. It's like hanging onto the back of your clothes as you see it take you, and it starts slithering back the other direction.
Wait, I missed something. I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention because I was looking at my sheet. Did you say we could see her and this
Yes,
thing?
yes, you could.
How far away is it?
It's about a couple hundred, 300 feet away.
Oh, fuck.
Just taking her away.
And it's taking her way back towards the side where you two are. And you see in the corner, as you see it moving, and it still has lightning up inside of its body. You see a small, what looks like a nest in the corner near you and Hal, and you see it's filled almost, you know how like birds' nests have like a bunch of twigs and different debris. It looks like it's made out of broken like wooden planks, like skulls and bones of other creatures. And it's in a big wide circle, and you can't see inside. Maybe Hal and Hal and Ruby, you could try to look down and see, but
I want to run to the edge of it, and I'd like to try and distract it.
okay.
I'd like to cast a Sacred Flame against a wall, and then use my spider climb boots to crawl the other way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See if that distracts. Can you make a stealth check with advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, hot dog.
That's a 20 unnatural.
Hot a doggo. Yeah, with a 12 on its perception, you beat it. Yeah, you are able to cast this sacred flame, and it quickly jerks its head, and you see Rillica just flung around, just flopping in its jaws, as it's trying to deduce where that came from. And you see its lightning immediately go out, and where you see its eyes, you see there's no light to reflect off of it, which seems strange because you see them turn a blood red. And it now it continues to make its way over towards, but that's the only light source you can deduce in this room right now. And you see it head towards the nest.
Are we? Am I in Bertolt and?
You'd have to start running there.
Jarmon, the dwarf's name is Jarmon.
Jarmon, great.
Yeah, is Jarmon like? Are the three of us close to the nest, or like? How far
No,
away?
you're on the opposite end of the room.
Oh, the Okay. Well,
So,
okay.
so I'm trying to get like a mental image of what all this looks like.
Sure.
So, Ruby and I were just. Wow.
Yeah, I can re-describe it if you prefer. It's basically like a huge rectangle where Ruby and Hal, you're both on this side, and we have Rillica down here making their way towards this wall, and you have Hal. You have Chomsky, Bertold, and Jormond. You three are here, and the nest is in this corner.
Oh, so I'm near the creature then.
It's heading back towards its nest, so it's pretty. You'd have to start heading towards it.
Can I get its attention somehow?
Sure.
Okay.
What do you do?
I am going to.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Salamander. Over here.
Stop that. I'm gonna throw my greatsword at it. That's what I'm gonna do.
So it's about a couple hundred
Last
feet
time we
away.
tried
It's
that.
about 30 feet long. So you'd have to. It would take a little bit for you to get there.
Oh, it's far. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't do that. I will just run. Hey, Bertolt, Jarmon, nice to meet you, buddy. We gotta go. We gotta go to where that thing's going, and faster than that thing can go there.
Bertold and Jormond are both.
We need to be there yesterday.
Both Bertold and Jormond both look at you and go, "All right, but we just so you know, we can't harm the Behir. It's
Ready
very
the cannons, Jarmon.
and it's
we
and
gotta
you
save
see,
my friend out there.
and you see Bertold is mentions like, no, we can't hurt the Behir. It's very important to our livelihood. This is a source of power in our lives in the city.
Bertold,
we can't
I
just
can't
let
believe
this.
you're worshiping this lightning salamander that's eating people.
And Bertold says, it hasn't eaten anyone yet. As he continues to run towards you. And Jormon looks at you. Jormon looks at you, Chomsky, and goes, Bertold, you're wrong. Chomsky, your cousin, he's got a point. There's nothing worth more than a life of another living creature. And you see him pull out a Talos necklace as he brings out his sword and goes, Talos will guide me. And you see him start to scream, and he's running towards the Behir.
I turn to Bertold and I say, I didn't realize you dealt with such religious fanaticism. Bertold, we need to save that guy.
Oh no.
And
Bertold looks at you and goes, this is the one, saving people is the one thing that really gets Jormon in a tizzy. There's only so much we can do. Let's run. And you're all running. And by the way, at this point, Rilka, you are dropped into the nest and you fall and a femur like snaps underneath you as you hit the ground. And you'll take, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Wait, like her femur snapped?
No.
She hasn't checked for that yet.
I got
She doesn't
17.
know.
17? Oh yeah, you land on your feet. You managed to roll and land on your feet. You don't, but a femur still snaps underneath you. As you
Is there any way to get out, or is it too tall?
it's not too tall. There's kind of like an entrance where it's standing in front of, and you see it almost. You see its eyes staring at you, and they you see them turn into slits, and you see it turn at the sound of Jormon screaming, and it turns around, and you hear it say something.
It can speak
in a language you can't understand.
Oh,
Language.
And who here speaks Draconic?
Nope.
Great. You hear it speak something in a language that none of you understand. But you almost get a sense of like laughter coming from it as it turns around.
So creepy.
And you hear some peeps. Rilka?
Uh-oh.
I want to investigate the peeps.
Great.
Wait, can I
adopt them?
Can I see what's going on? Because you said the light on the thing went out. Can I tell where Rilka is or where anything is?
You can hear where noises are coming from. So you hear some noises in the corner below, like right below you. And you have Ruby, are you going up the left wall or the right wall of this chamber?
If the nest was on the left, I'm going to the right.
Okay. Yeah, and Ruby's gone, by the way. So you just like turned and Ruby's gone.
So basically, I'm just standing here in the dark. I can hear things, and I'm holding a dog.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
How do I know how far down it is to the bottom?
You could make an investigation check. It'll be hard though.
Nope. 5.
5. You get the sense it's not that far.
Okay. And do I might be trying too much, but do I know that Rilka is like near me down here? Because you said I'm at the end of the room where like the nest is below.
Yeah, you could probably. Well, let me answer. Let me. Rilka, you can't see anything. Do you have any? What are you just trying to feel your way out? Feel your way around?
I thought I was looking for the peeps, but yeah.
You're looking for the peeps blindly, and this will answer your question here, Hal. But you see lightning shoot through these tiny little bodies as you see two baby behirs start approaching you, and you see an egg of another, and you as well, but it appears to be unhatched. But you see these two behirs scampering towards you, and they're actually quite small. They're about a little bit bigger than you, but they're probably only about 5 feet long.
Such.
And they're
so
keeping
dumb, but I want the egg.
The egg is about it's a rather large egg. I'd probably describe like on a person. It's
Oh, it's big. How big are the little babies?
they're probably about 5 feet long or so.
Oh my god!
And they come up
How
about.
tall are you, Rilka?
They probably go up about 4 feet into the air.
You're a
And
halfling.
okay, so the egg's too big to really carry.
You could try. You're not sure how heavy it is.
Can I roll it and use it as a stepping stone out of the place? Or
It's 30-foot walls, so
Perfect. There's my answer.
Hal, what are you doing?
So you said that would answer my question. Would I have seen the lightning, and could I get like a silhouette of Rilka down there?
Yeah, let's say yes.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the dog. Like, do you want to come with me, or do you want to stay here?
The dog snuggles into your arm, trusting that you'll protect it.
All right, boy. Well, hold on for the ride. And I just like tuck the staff into like the back or whatever.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna
Grab
tuck
the dog
your
with 2 hands and just jump. Because I've got slow fall, so I can reduce fall damage by 5 times my monk level.
What? Fall damage 5 times your monk level?
Yeah. And so since it's, you said 30 feet, so it's like 1d6 per 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
So like at most I'd take, what, 18? Yeah. So.
Okay, yeah. Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
17.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that'll negate a die of damage. And so theoretically, you would have taken 4 damage.
Well, so take 0 then, because I can negate 15 damage.
Yeah, you managed to land no problem. 4. And you land right in the nest, right next to Rilka.
Can you like land to see me trying to like hold this egg?
Yeah. Can you you are able to pick up the egg. It is a little untimely, but it's big, but you can do it.
Can I see this, or is it still just...
You can see all this because the 2 ones are peeping at them, and they're bobbing their heads like birds as they're like getting closer.
Why are you taking the egg?
Seemed like it'd be useful.
For what?
I don't know. Distraction.
One of them gets closer
really
to
cute.
you, and it tries to nip you in the arm.
Which one?
You, Rilka. One of the babies. Tries to
Can I
nip you.
scold it like a child?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. This is D&D.
Bad boy. And then nuzzle and be like, but you're cute.
Can you do a persuasion check?
Yeah. I got 17.
That's pretty good.
She is the bard.
I rolled a 4. Yeah, you see the one of the small behirs that has like a permanent yellow streak going through the top of its head. You see it kind of recoil from you, but then it comes up to you and nuzzles you.
I'd be like, oh, come here.
Treating you as one of their own.
Great. Hey, so how are you, Hal? I've had a bit of a day.
I think we should go. I don't think we want to stay here long.
Quick question. Do you know how to get out? Did you come down with a ladder, or I mean, you wouldn't just come down here without a way to get out,
Jumped
right?
into a pit, doesn't know any exits, doesn't know any.
Flashback to just jumping off the edge. Well, there's no way of getting out here, so let's go look somewhere else. especially since I think there's something large in here.
You hear a scream at this point, and the chamber is lit up with lightning as you see this Behir snaking its way towards Jormon, who's running.
Yeah, that thing.
And Jormon yells, "Stop at once, beast! I will not let your foul ways rule this city any longer. We will not rely on your kind anymore." Oh. You see the Behir. You see the Behir take a moment to like consider what it's saying, and you see it very quickly. Oh god. You see it turn, and can you, Chomsky and Bertold, both of you make dexterity saving throws? Bertold got a nat 20. You see him cartwheel out of the way.
I got a 14.
Ooh, that will be. Ooh, not enough. Okay, so yeah, you see Jormon.
I have 18 AC.
You see Jormon. Oh, that's a D10. My bad. I had the wrong dice. Pardon me. I just have to.
Oh God.
So 6.
Okay. I have 40 health.
13. 18. 25.
Oh my God.
27. 1, 2, 3, 4. 27.
More?
30. 32. Oh, I rolled real bad though, so don't worry. 34. No, 35. 38.
What?
47. 51.
I have 53 health, but I am currently at 40.
Oh, boy.
No, you only get grazed by it because
Oh, Jarmon?
no, Jormon took all of it.
No.
As you see him running, holding out his Talos symbol, and you
Can the symbol go to me? Like, can it fly towards me, please?
you see the Behir mount up, and it looks down. So what was that? 51? You're gonna take Hal. You're gonna take because you're not in the line of fire. It's just that big. You're gonna take.
Wait, Hal too?
Oh, not Hal. Chomsky. Chomsky. You're gonna take 25 points of damage.
Oh.
As you get grazed by this creature, and Bertold dodges out of the way very nimbly, and you see
Oh my God.
Jormon, this lightning just shoot down like you can't even see where Jormon was standing. As you see his you can only see this brilliant white flash, and you see the black shadow of him holding up his sword, and you hear screaming as he takes 51 points of damage.
Oh no.
Jormon's fucking.
And you see Jormon just holding, like, almost in a statuesque pose, with a Talos symbol out and sword raised up. And you think
knew we were fighting something lightning based. I can't believe he charged in there with a rod.
Bertold turns to you and goes, "Well, the plan wasn't to fight this. We were actually going to fight some hobgoblins that just recently destroyed our home, and this is a whole different thing."
Does Jarmon have any kids?
Well, that's a tough one. And you see Jormon let out a groan as he falls forward, unconscious but alive.
I run to him.
And he passes his first death saving throw. He's doing great.
God.
Oh gosh.
And you run towards him?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I gotta pull him out. I gotta pull him back.
We're gonna cut back to you, Ruby. We haven't heard what you're up to for a while. What's going on with you? You get to do a lot here.
Did I see that happen?
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna head over there on the wall, so like as fast as I can.
Are you
get
gonna
over there to try and heal him?
Oh yeah. Aw.
Fucking dead.
Wait, me?
Like,
Thank you.
no, not yet.
Yeah, you see Jormon. Yeah, you're able to. Or do you do something else?
There's a smirk there.
The loudest sanctuary I've ever heard.
I know. Someone should have casted Sanctuary on him.
I get there.
I couldn't see.
I turned to Chomsky. It's good to see you. Wait,
It's my cousin Bertolt. How about
Bertold
Ruby,
gives a
Ruby,
big
Ruby,
hello.
Ruby.
was the other guy Dormand?
Jormon.
Was he a good fighter?
I've
Bertolt.
never seen him fight before.
Bertold kind of looks and goes, "In a fair fight, maybe. It was all right."
I cast Spare the Dying on him, so he's stable.
So he's stable?
Yeah.
Great. That's awesome. Yeah.
Wow, you got there fast.
Did I?
Yeah, I'd say you get there. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you've had a lot of time to do stuff. Because you haven't gone in a while. So yeah, then we have you see him the Bahir quickly lean down and pick up not eating Jormond, and you see but you see the Bahir pick up Jormond and starts to slither away back towards the nest, and it is heading right for Hal and Rillica.
Oh, Spare the Dying is touch.
It's touch?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you run up and try to touch him?
How close was he to the thing?
It was probably within 10 feet. Oh my god.
I definitely ran towards Chomsky.
Okay.
And then, fuck.
Okay, so he's still. You can do another action if you prefer, but he'd be.
Wait. Here's the thing. I could launch you with my greatsword towards Jarmon if you really, if you want to do something, and we'll see how it goes. If you hold on to this greatsword, I might be able to transport you back. It didn't work for Rilka earlier, but it might work on you. I don't know. You have more magic.
Justification.
Justified.
Rillica wasn't magical enough.
Can I just sense that a stupid idea was just thrown into the air? I'd be like,
You can, and you do.
don't do it.
Can you throw me kind of onto its back, maybe?
Ooh.
I mean, I can't vouch for my own aim. It's pretty dark, but I have.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can see here. I'll
The
try.
Yeah, it is dark, so.
I have dark vision, but it doesn't illuminate the whole room.
Let's go. Do this quick before it gets away.
All right, ready? 3, 2, heave!
All right. Can you make an athletics check? Chomsky.
That is a 12.
All right, respectable.
Oh, wait. 13. Sorry, 13, because it's 5 now.
Respectable. All right. Rillica. Ruby, can you make an acrobatics check?
9.
Okay. You are thrown. And you don't land on its back. Instead, you fly right towards where you see where Jormon is inside the creature's Bahir's mouth, just kind of being hung there, almost like the kitten, being dragged by its mother on the scruff. You pass by and you land on the head of the Bahir, and you can touch Jormon.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna stabilize him.
Okay, great. All of you are within range now of this creature. As Hal and Rillica, you see off in the distance, you see you can't really. I guess you can't see anything. It's dark. You have no idea. You can see the two eyes moving towards you, but you can't really. You don't have a good view on anything. But then they wink out for a moment, and then it almost looks like something's blocking it.
Did you see like the lightning?
He's flirting.
Yeah, the lightning starts to illuminate the chamber again.
No, I mean, did you see like the big burst that?
Oh yes,
vaporized that man.
You saw.
Yeah.
You saw. Yes.
I like covered the little one's eyes.
All right. Okay, Rilka, that big one's coming back towards us. It looks like it's. I don't know. I can't.
And lightning is now shooting in, illuminating through its body as you see Ruby now on the snout of this large creature.
Crappers! Can we see the one in its mouth?
Yes, you can see Jormon hanging by the scruff of his neck from his tunic.
Okay, well, shit.
Can I turn to the little one and like now that it's my friend and be like, do you know how to get us out of here? And just try to like talk to it.
Can you do a persuasion check?
Yeah. Okay, I got 15.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
God.
It walks over and gives you a bone. It gives you a part of a leg of some creature, and it tries to feed it to you. It tries to share with you.
No, out. Like, away.
It seems to nod almost a little bit, and you see it its snout kind of do like like the classic bloodhound dog thing where it like points like a Scooby-Doo where you see it like point with its body, and it points to the opposite end of the room from where you are. You see a double set of doors.
Wait, so it's closer where Bertolt and I are?
No, it's on the opposite side of the room now. You all are on this side of the room. The doors are on this side.
Wait, I thought
you all are about here now.
okay.
The exit doors are over here.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And you see above the doors is a small chute where looks like things are dropped in.
Okay, can I have some leftover dog treats. Can I like pet its head, say good boy, and give it a dog treat?
Yeah, you can. It gratefully eats it up and almost tries to eat your hand as well. It's just so
no.
Okay, I want to look at Rilka and be like, okay, playtime's over. Let's.
I'd be like, follow me. We got to go that way.
You see Ruby on top of the snout as well as Jormon being hung there, and you just see on top of its two tiny little like spikes at the top, the front of its head. You see Ruby change her grip, so she's hanging on by those.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the dog again and be like, "Is it okay if I put you? Will you go with my friend here, or do I still need to carry you?"
The dog kind of nods and knows what to do, and it jumps out of your arms and starts running.
All right, Rilka.
As much as it's fun as it is to handicap you.
I was gonna say I was more than ready to do this while holding a dog, but now that I don't have it, so I'm gonna pull out. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna stay sans weapon here, and I'm just gonna run towards this thing straight on. After I tell the dog to head towards the exit, and Rilka, but she never does what I tell her anyway. So I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna try and jump and do like a kick right in the thing's face to get it to drop the guy.
The dwarf. Yeah. All right, do an acrobatics check. Jumps into his mouth. The Bahir's yawning.
16.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, roll the hit.
That's a natural 1, sir. I just kick the dwarf to death.
Oh!
You managed to uh, uh, that is so funny. You are flying towards it, and something about the angle isn't right, and you're worried. And it sees you flying towards it right now. And you see Ruby up there as well, as you see one of its teeth protruding from its jaw, and you nimbly move your body out of the way so you aren't impaled by it. But then you feel something jerk you back as you are now caught on one of its teeth, hanging there. Like it's like through the back of your shirt, and it's you're hanging there from its tooth right now.
Son of a bitch.
As it looks shocked.
Well, this isn't ideal.
Shocked.
And Jormon, did you touch Jormon?
Yes.
Okay, great. So he's passing.
Stable.
Great. He's unconscious and he does not wake up. Probably for the best. All three of you are basically sitting on its head or mouth. Chomsky, what are you doing? And then Rilika, what are you doing?
Wow.
Well, I was gonna go, but then, someone had to go get himself caught. So, what am I going to do about it?
I
Can
turn my dial towards the yellow color on my armor to
Absolutely.
to turn on my thunder resistance. I think that's what it does. If yellow if coincides with the element, and and I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack this thing. I'm gonna get its attention.
How do you get its attention?
By throwing my greatsword at it.
And you try to hit it, like damage it?
Yeah, of course.
Roll to hit.
That is a 21.
Nope. Ooh, that'll hit. Roll for damage.
All right. I knew I could do something one day. That is. Do I add anything to my damage, or there's not? No, just 2d6.
Just your strength.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Your strength modifier.
8 plus. That's 13 points of damage.
13. Nice.
Nice.
Real. Good hit. Good hit. Some good damage. Yeah, you definitely get its attention as you see the sword thunk back into the arch of its head, and you see it whip around with blinding speed.
I say, good sword, come back.
It did like no damage?
No, it did 13 damage.
Okay.
And you see, yeah, can you both of you make dexterity saving throws? Hal and Ruby.
I mean, what's gonna happen to me? I'm stuck in its mouth. 11.
It might roar.
12.
Okay, both of you can hop off if you want.
Oh wow, that was. Will it
Have
hurt?
I gotten the sense that it knows I'm there? Or...
Yes, it does. But someone just threw a great sword at it, so it's got a lot of things on its mind.
I'm gonna keep holding on.
Okay.
Could I my shirt comes loose, but I'm gonna grab on. Staying there.
Yeah.
I did this for you.
It can definitely see Hal, but right now you're in a blind spot.
Did it drop the dwarf?
Oh, that's a good question. Quick, above 50 or below 50?
Above 50.
I need a consensus right now.
Above.
Oh, a 39. No, it doesn't.
Oh! Did I say above?
Jormon is in the mouth of this creature. As you see it whip around and it starts sprinting at you, Chomsky. As you see Bertold, you see him pull out what looks like a torch, and he lights it and goes, "Hey, over here!" And you see him kind of turn.
What does it take to knock this thing out?
Blunt force trauma to the head.
God, I wish I had some more of that instant sleep potions.
Hubris. Bertold goes, usually a full belly will put it to sleep, but I think it could probably eat all of us and be all right.
Worth a shot.
Not that appetizing.
He holds up. He does. You see him pull out a weird, like, long cylinder that has a weird handle at the end of it. It's basically a long cylinder and has a handle at the end of it. And he says, "Well, maybe we could shoot. This is meant for the children when we move them, but maybe we could take a few shots with this."
Bertolt, we have to talk about like whatever business you're running here. But like, hold on, what? What?
So it's going to it's slithering towards Bertold now with its torch, and you see Bertold start running. Goes, "Oh, this was a bad idea!" And you see Bertold, and he's running the opposite direction towards you.
Towards me,
not towards you. Oh God! You see Bertold get slammed by its long tail as Bertold takes some damage.
He's dead.
8, 10. Oh, I rolled real bad. Yeah, Bertold takes 17 damage as you see him slam into the wall and the torch drops. As you see lightning start to shoot back through its body again, and it leaves Bertold just catches himself on the wall. And he catches his breath. Does someone want to take the lead here?
So this guy,
well, let's go. Maybe probably Rilika.
Okay.
Gonna ask something real stupid.
No, it's fine.
This thing is too smart to be tricked by a lullaby, right?
Or is it too dumb like a fox? You don't know. You get the sense that this creature is intelligent, though.
All I have is music at this point.
Just yeah. What do you get? Go.
Can I try playing some calming music to calm it down with my kalimba?
Yeah. You try to start playing with your kalimba, but it doesn't carry enough.
Well, I tried.
But yeah, you know what? Yeah, try it. You're close enough. I'd say that you can.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
No. I want you to do it. I take back what I said. Retcon. Yeah. Roll a performance check.
So I rolled an 18. I have a +8 modifier.
Holy hell.
Which means I just got 26, if that math is correct. No. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. So I rolled a nat 20. It absolutely loves your music. It is adored. It is infatuated by it. It immediately drops Jormon. And both of you two are still like being flung around by it.
Does that mean its mouth is open?
Yeah.
Because I do have one of those elixirs of sleep left.
Throw it in there.
That's exactly what. If the mouth is open, I want to take that out and just try and like toss it in there so that it breaks. Maybe like uncork the top with my mouth and toss it in its mouth.
Yeah, I love it. You succeed at that. As it starts to choke for a moment as something flew into its mouth that it wasn't expecting.
Then I'm gonna let go.
Okay, and you fall to the ground. Can you do a dexterity saving throw real fast?
24.
Yeah, you're fine. You catch it. You see the creature almost kind of go into. You see its eyes lax just a little bit between the music and between the sleep potion you just gave it. You see it heading right towards you, Rilika. Are you doing anything, Ruby, while you're at the top?
At that point, I'm gonna hop off because he dropped Jormund.
Yeah.
And Hal also jumped off, so I'm gonna jump off as well.
Okay.
Can I pick up Jorman real quick? Like,
Yeah, you can. Both of you are able to like knock out of the way. Can you do a dexterity saving throw?
8. That didn't roll. It just landed.
Okay, you're gonna take 9 points of damage
Ow.
as you fall and like land on your shin or something. You try to do a superhero landing and it's just painful.
Oh.
But you do land and you see Hal and this dwarf roll out of the way as you see this creature running right for you, Ilika, and it does a loop around you and the babies, and it curls up and it starts to
Rilka's still inside?
I think I'm in the nest still.
No, you're
Or
just
I'm I'm hanging out with one of the babies who I've decided to name Ronnie.
Yeah, and it heads to the nest and it curls up around you and you're in the middle of it. And it like nudges you with its head and it just knocks you back a little bit, but
And I'm like continue, keep singing and just being like,
yeah, and you do, and it slowly begins to fall asleep.
great. The minute it falls asleep, I give a last little pat to the little one and then just start climbing my way out.
Okay, yeah, you start running for the other end of the room. What are the rest of you doing? You see Bertold kind of like take himself out of the wall, and you see a dwarf-sized spot where he hit as he starts pointing towards that end of the room.
Can I just shout like for people to follow me, being like, "We need to go this way."
Follow you. You're the last one.
Unless everyone else knows where it is.
I follow Bertold's instructions or wherever he's pointing to.
Okay. Yeah, at the opposite end of the room, you see a chute where it looks like things are dropped down. And below it, you see kind of blended in with the rest of the wall. It's almost painted brown like a dirt. And you see Bertold run over to a panel and you see him take a key off of his neck and he puts it into it and pulls a switch and the doors slowly start to crank upwards. And you see the little bloodhound immediately, as soon as the doors open enough, it just goes under the door.
I'm running for the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm running, slide under there first chance I get.
Yeah, okay. So I carry Jormund over there.
Okay.
I'm definitely running as fast as I can.
And on the way, I'm going to give him like 2 hit points just to...
CPR. he's breathing. I'm helping. Okay. Yeah, he does manage to. No, he's unconscious. He's in a bad spot. As all of you are running towards the exit, you see Rilka, you see one of the small Bahir that you befriended. It is tailing you right towards the exit.
Can I be like, no, you need to stay. But can I give him the rest of my dog treats as a present and be like, be good? And then turn around.
You see it. You see you throw the bag back in of the dog treats back into the cage, and it doesn't go after them. It turns and looks at you with these big blue watery eyes as it does a little burp of lightning.
Oh, man, I love it. Can I just like really get on its eye level and look at it and be like, I'll be back one day. Remember me. But you need to stay here. Your mom needs you.
Its mouth opens up a little bit and it licks your face and all the hair stands up. And you see it turn back around and it shoots a breath of lightning right at the dog treats, and you see it light on fire as it runs over and starts snarfing them down as the gate closes behind you. And you hear the words "white thing."
And then run for the door.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And you all have exited.
I just became a mom.
And you just lost your child. It's really hard. It's so hard. Too bad your child's going to college now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't just like take someone else's child as much as I want to.
Do we want to take a quick 5-minute break here, or then we can jump into what Sariel is up to?
Sure.
Just before we break, who looks really rough?
A lot of people.
I was gonna ask that too.
Chomsky looks pretty rough. Jormon is like a sizzling, like he smells like barbecue.
That was his fault.
I'm surprised you all saved him.
That's what I do.
He's a friend.
Oh, he's a friend too.
Well, I mean, a new friend.
Everyone's a friend you just haven't met yet.
That's right. That's what the adventure is all about.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Jormund and myself.
Okay.
Oh! I see.
I'm at 9.
All right, how much does Jormund come back? So many d20s, but no other dice.
Plus... Dang. Okay, so that's 10.
10. She rolled a 2.
And then for me...
Okay, yeah.
How many hit points do you need, Chomsky and Rilke? What are you guys down?
I'm at 15, and my max is 53, so quite a bit down.
I need 18 to live. Or not, I mean 18 to be full. I'm at 11.
Okay.
What you only have 18 HP?
And just so
I
you
have
know,
29. I need
you'll be able to take a rest up here in a second, so.
Oh, sweet. All right. You know what? I don't need healing.
Well, then I'm just gonna... say I'll grab both the Chomsky and Rilke and give them each. Well, I'll give 18 to Rilke and then 20 to Chomsky.
Oh, how generous!
Because I've got a pool of 40, and I just used 2 on Jormund, and then 38 left. So Ruby healed herself.
Yeah.
Ruby was dying.
If I die, Hal can heal you guys. But that's only one person. So
you can't die. We won't let you. I'll stab you before you die.
Thanks for the help.
You got it.
Here, let's take a quick 5-minute break.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So Sarah, how did you like A Quiet Place?
I really liked it. It was,
oh my God.
Yeah. I've been wanting to see that for a really long time. I just haven't gotten the chance. And I'm going to sneak downstairs for a second, so I will be right back.
I'm going to go get some brownies.
Ooh. Ooh. How's the brownie? Tasty?
It's really good. My mom used duck eggs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's brownies that require 6 eggs usually. So they're really light and fluffy. Speaking of my mom, she's finally gonna start Name of the Wind.
Yay!
Right?
And she can finish the series by the time the third one comes out.
Do you know when that is?
No one knows.
Do you know when that one comes out? I wish.
Day after I die, probably.
That's what I want for my birthday. I want the release date.
Us too.
All I want for Christmas is Doors of Stone.
Got home and immediately took a nap because I was so tired. Like, I don't even know why, because I didn't do much today.
I mean, we did things.
Mm.
I have 90 pages left in the Mistborn series first year. So close. I felt like if we were just gonna fight that head on, like there's no way we were gonna be able to take it. Just like,
Yeah, I probably had like a huge health pool. Didn't even flinch when I hit it with my sword.
mm-hmm.
I'm really satisfied with how it all went down.
Me too.
Yeah.
I never want to hear you guys disrespect my music again. Saved our lives.
I mean, I wasn't there to hear it, so
I'd like to think you knew, though.
What are we disrespecting?
I was saying I never want to hear you guys disrespect my music again after it saved all our lives.
I mean, I don't think I ever disrespected it. Yeah.
Just wait till Tanya hears of this. And I really wanted to bring that baby with us, but that would not go down well.
Probably not. You know.
Also, I'm pretty sure
Judgment on your part.
you said you got down to its eye level. I'm pretty sure it was taller than you.
I know.
Because you're like 3 feet tall. Josh said the baby was 4 feet tall. Standing
Okay,
there.
I got up to its eye level. I'm just already imagining, like, years and years down the road, after all this is done, like, I make a venture back to that cave with, like, a bunch of dog treats. I'm like, my child.
Then you get eaten by a fully grown Bahir.
But doesn't that sound like a way Rilke would go?
I see her choking on like a piece of jerky or something.
Thank you, Kyle.
Really? I thought it would be more like a guitar pick or something.
Tanya just kills me.
soup.
You choke on
Rilke's-
soup. That would be so funny.
I choke
Rilke's
on
gonna
steak.
die of alcoholism. Because her music career didn't pan out.
Oh yeah.
Sad as that makes me.
Nice one, last.
I finally found my sanctuary spell.
The silent one. That's super funny.
So does everyone hear
Still
that?
going.
Or is it just the person that it got cast on?
Just who it gets cast on.
Oh, great. Like,
Wait, does that mean that my character's still protected from it though, or with it? Or is it just a minute-long thing?
Did you make any attacks?
No.
Then it still covers you. It's up to 8 hours.
Your eyes glaze over a little bit while it's loading up. You see numbers go across.
It looks like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Then a Windows blue screen.
oh no.
I think she might be having a heart attack.
All right, let's see what's happening with Shariel.
Yee.
Cool.
Something completely different.
Yeah.
Now for something completely different.
I
Sorry.
realized I forgot that I still had that ring. Oh boy.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Sariel, you are currently overlooking this valley where you once were with your old friends, and you were looking
They're
over
not my friends anymore.
I don't know how you feel about them. But you were overlooking this battlefield currently, and you see blood stains all across, and you see the place is littered with hobgoblin corpses. As you see, all the ones with the yellow and blue sigils and colors are being cleaned up, wiped away, and you see some prisoners being taken away as well. But all of it looks very efficient, very organized, and you see Commander Basil just looking over almost in disgust upon the whole thing.
Okay. I turned to him and I asked, like, what's going on here? What's happened?
Well, I was promised a proper battle, but I feel like we were being attacked by children. I thought they could do a little bit better than this. Their forces didn't even stand a chance. I thought they were going to give me a real challenge, something, I don't know, at least something worth even remembering past this day. Disappointing. That's all. Disappointing. Maybe the others will be able to give a better better experience, I suppose.
There are others?
Of course. There's hobgoblins all over, and then there's all the humans to the south and all the other humanoids, which come next. But I suppose you don't really want to know about that sort of thing. Hopefully they just provide a better canvas for my colors to run red on.
Is that all you do then? There's no honor in that. Just killing.
You see him raise an eyebrow, and he looks at you and goes, what do you mean?
Well, if you just kill for the sake of it rather than fighting for something that you believe in, then it's just wrong.
You see him kind of stroke his clean-shaven face, and he takes a moment and says, have you ever seen a piece of art that has moved you? Have you ever seen a play that moved you to tears, something that made you laugh, something that made you cry, a piece of art that spoke to you like no other?
I don't have time for art.
Then you and I will never understand each other. Come. And he turns away and gestures for you to follow into this hobgoblin camp. You see hundreds of tents set up. And you see different fires cooking, and you see you see a section where there's mostly jail cells. It looks like the defeated army is being placed into these holding tanks almost. But everything looks incredibly organized and very specific down to the T. Even tents that you pass by are all staked in the same way at the same angles. But you see everyone cleaning their gear, washing after the battle, washing all the blood off their armor. As eventually you are taken to a larger tent near the middle of the camp. And as you're passing by, you see a lot of hobgoblins looking at you with confused, mostly disgusted looks as they try to puzzle out what you're doing here.
Right. So just take in the camp and like the neatness and tidiness of it, and trying to put together why they would have such a bloody field, but and like savage, I guess, like killing tactics, but such a neat and orderly camp. I'm guessing that we're going into the tent, the large tent.
Yeah, that is currently where you're sitting, and you see everyone passing by you, passing the commander, the warlord. They all compliment him on his tactics for the swift victory, and they all comment on the level of bloodshed and how minimal it was, and how excellent his work was. And he always tells the men to stand down, and continues on his way. As you all head into the big tent, and right when you enter in, you see a couple of guards posted outside, and you see a person. You see a person. Looks like they're sitting at a large desk that has been placed up against the back wall, so their back is turned to you. And you see an elf sitting at a table, and they're mixing different ingredients together. And you see what looks like a young hobgoblin writing something down next to them. Right now, Sariel, this is going to be your one surviving family member. Who is this person? Is this a cousin? Is this a grandmother or a grandfather? Is this a brother or a sister? Like, who is this person to you?
Let's see. I think they're going to be my aunt.
Your aunt?
Okay. My mom's trying to open ice cream.
Oh, okay. I thought so there was another spell being cast.
Oh, no.
Maybe the thunderclap spell.
Yeah, they're going to be my aunt, and we weren't like, we were on a good level where we saw each other pretty frequently, but we weren't, the closest.
Okay.
But I respected her for like her skill in making things.
Okay.
And sort of tried to apprentice under her, but she is more of like the do-it-herself sort of type. So.
Okay. Yeah. What's her name?
Oh boy, I don't know.
Your aunt. How do you not know your aunt's name?
There's no wrong.
A sec.
Basil. Well, that might be an answer.
I'm getting up a generator. Lena.
What was it, Aletha?
Lena. Lena.
Lenna.
Oh,
Lena.
She's like a sassy aunt.
Denna, but not as cool. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you see your aunt Lena working at an alchemic table. Their back is turned to you, and you see they're speaking softly to the scribe, and the scribe is writing things down. Looks like if you could see closer, you could see it would be a list of ingredients and how much is needed. But then Commander Basil lets out a cough and says, "Pardon me, Lena. It appears we during the battle just earlier over yonder in the valley, we stumbled upon one of your family members, which seems odd because you told me you had no surviving family members, but this one here claims to be." And Lena kind of takes a moment and finishes up her task of listing different things and towards the scribe, and the scribe exits with Basil. And Lena turns and looks at you. And Lena, you can see that her face is aged a little bit, but she still has that elven youth to her. It'd be hard to guess really what her true age is, but it'd be a couple 100 years old at this point. As she looks like she's suffered a lot in this time since you last saw her, and but you see all these withered lines on her otherwise young face, and she lets out a big smile, and she rushes towards you, asking for a big, trying to give you a big hug.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna rush.
Great.
Yeah.
And she, Lena gives you into this brace and goes, my darling, I haven't seen you in, oh, how many years has it been? Oh, it's so good to know someone else has lived through all this.
I mean, yeah, it's too many to count for sure. It hasn't been the easiest, but it's good to see family again.
No, my child, it has been a difficult time, but all things are leading you to this point. And you have to trust that there was a reason for everything that happened. But it's so good to see you. Please, can I get you something to drink? Come over here, sit down. I was just brewing some tea. Would you care for some?
Oh, yeah, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. And she pours you a tall glass of tea, large circular teacups with no handle, and puts one in your possession. And it smells quite lovely, actually. And she looks at you and sits down and goes, child, I can't believe I haven't seen you in so many years, Sariel. What are you doing here? What on earth? Why would Basil find you here? Commander Basil, I mean, this is no place to be.
Well, it's kind of a long story. We were trying to pass through the mines, and we got caught up in the middle of...
The mines? The mines? Why would you be heading to there?
Me and my companions are searching for something, and we think that it's probably north of here.
Please, you can tell me these things. Please don't. You don't have to hold back from me. I mean, we're family, all right? Please, you can tell me what you're looking for. I don't know why you would be going to that infestation of a place, but...
Yeah, well, you see, I'm not entirely sure what we're looking for exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something important, or more of a person that we're looking for. But
that's so strange.
The person has something that we're looking for. So
yeah, and your allies, are they your friends, or?
Yeah.
Where are they? Are they here as well? What happened to them?
I think, or they went in the mines last time I saw, but I was trying to protect. I was trying to protect them by coming here instead.
And they just let you go off like that by yourself into a hobgoblin army? I mean,
I volunteered. If that, they've helped me a lot throughout my journey.
Well, I'm just saying, it doesn't sound like they've really told you much. It sounds like they put you on a wild goose chase. If this person didn't even trust you enough to tell you what you were looking for, and you're going to travel all this way through dangerous lands.
I mean, if anything, I'm the one that sent them on the wild goose chase. But, you know, it mostly started with us burning down a town. And then we had to sort of...
A town?
A small town, a little south of here.
Well,
and so we've had to make our way to find a lady that has a ring almost, and we just need it for things.
What's this small town you were speaking of? Were you talking about what happened in Kingsport?
Yeah.
I've heard it has recovered in some degree. It sounds like some people have returned there from what I've heard. But I hear most of the people who've caused our family as much trouble have been separated to the south of here, towards a couple of southern towns. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm in search for them too.
You are? Oh, that's so wonderful to hear. I didn't know you were also on this quest. I didn't know we were both pursuing the same goals. I'm so. She gives you another hug.
Yeah, I found 2 of them already.
She says, oh, well, that's so wonderful to hear. We are currently heading north to quick timeout. Kevin, I guess you were the one who was talking about it most. What is this city town mining facility called? What is this called? I don't have a name for it.
The mining facility is called Jertang.
The mining.
Jertan?
Yeah, Jertang with a G.
Jertang.
Yeah.
Great. I want to touch more on Jertang later then. But for now, your aunt looks at you, Lena, and goes, well, we're actually heading to Jertang right now. We actually found a group of them, and they're held up in the city. And the city won't give them up to us. So we're actually going to go and get justice for us, for everything that's happened to you.
Well, that seems so...
Our family. The vengeance we deserve. This isn't even vengeance. I'm not even angry about this. I've had years. I've had almost 100 years to stew on this. I'm not angry anymore. I just want to be justice in the world embodied. I can do something to change this. And if I can root out these evil people who destroyed our family.
I mean, I'm all for getting justice for our family, but I don't think that we need to storm the entire town.
What do we do then? They're not going to give up these traitors, these people who did these things. You think we just let them go? You would let them go? If they were right behind you and you had the choice to just slit their throat, easy as that, and would you grant them mercy?
Well, no, but I think that there's a better way of going about this. I have a friend who,
I'd love to hear it.
Well, maybe I have a friend who's from that town originally. Maybe I can have him be a diplomat for us.
I don't know how willing this town is to give up some of their councilmen and these high-standing guards.
Well, what if it's just a stealth mission, just the 2 of us, and we don't have to involve this entire army and cause more bloodshed?
So you think the people... You know what the greatest evil in this world is, Sario? It's the indifference of good people. These people are sitting here protecting these thieves and liars, and you think that's okay. I'm a little shocked to hear that.
No, I never said that's okay. I just think that there's a better way of going on a better way about going about this that doesn't include innocent people who are just trying to uphold their laws getting hurt.
So you want us to break in to this city, this heavily guarded, well-fortified city, and assassinate 11 people under the cover of night without anyone even knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Make a persuasion check.
That is a 10.
All right. She looks unfazed and goes, look, it's just not how the world works. After everything that's happened, I've already made an arrangement with with this hobgoblin with Commander Basil's army to do this?
I know that you're trying to do right for our family, but I don't think it's right. And I won't help in it.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's awful. I finally find someone from our family that lives, and they don't even find our family important enough. I see the years on the roads have changed you. I wish you could understand how I felt, but I can still feel your mother's blood on my hands.
And I felt it all around me, hiding under the floorboards for those many weeks. But I think that preserving peace and not causing more war is better. We're better than that. We don't need to take the easy way every time. We can do this a better way, where only those 11 people have to be judged and not an entire town.
I'm going to put a question towards you, and you hear her yell out, "Guard, please bring the prisoner towards me." And you see the guard, you hear him say something, "At once, my lord." And after a couple minutes later, you see this prisoner who has been gagged and blindfolded. You see him as he's led into a chair, and he's cuffs down here. You see your Aunt Lena pull the mask away and the gag away from his mouth, and you see him start. You see this balding man start to squirm and goes, "Hello? What do you want with me? Please, I don't have anything else to tell you. Please, what else could you take from me? All right, I'm out of things. I've given you all the information I have. There's nothing to be done." And Lena looks at you and goes, "This man right here. You there. Derek, tell me what you did." And you see Derek, he starts crying, and he says, I murdered your sister, and I tortured her for days. Because I thought I was doing justice for the king's peace. I thought you told me that you were a band of terrorists, that you were going to go bomb Kingsport, that you were going to blow it up and hurt innocent lives. So if I could hurt you so bad that you would never be able to do something like that again, or plan to do something like that, I thought this would be for the best. I honestly thought. And you see her, Lena, replace the gag back onto his mouth, and she looks at you and goes, "This man murdered your mother." Thank you, Kyle. But Lena hands you a knife and says, "Do you not want this?"
I've murdered in cold blood before, and it didn't. Sorry, my mom's right there. She just gave me a look like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
And it didn't sit right with me. I won't do it this time, but I'm gonna take the knife though and cut his arm right there.
You cut his arm?
Yeah, just like enough to leave a scar.
Yeah, he starts bleeding, and he starts bleeding all over his ragged clothes as he spits out the gag. And he says, please don't kill me. I was just following orders. I was told to wipe out these terrorists. You have to trust me.
I'm gonna slam the knife into the chair and stare him right in the eye and say, "That's for what you did." And then just gonna walk out.
He starts bleeding and I guess you see Lena take the knife. She picks up the knife afterwards. She goes, you're going to walk away from this after all this?
It's
finally you want this vengeance. A couple of sorries, and you are willing to let this go.
For the time it's been, I don't think that these people are the true enemies. It's taken me a while to realize that now, but I think I'm gonna focus more on the person who sent them. Because for me, that's the real justice.
All right, then. Let's go, then. How about it? Let's go. We'll move our army south. And I had to trade the family secret to these hobgoblins, to Commander Basil. Sorry about that. Commander Basil, and that's why he has all these bombs now. This is our family secret.
I remember it well. I remember you and mother and father all in the shop making them, and I wasn't quite old enough yet.
You don't believe it when that man said that about us being terrorists, right? You don't think that, right?
No, I mean, growing up was peaceful. Was it true though?
What do you mean?
What he said? Just, I want to hear it. That it wasn't true.
Well, I suppose every freedom fighter would be considered a terrorist against its oppressors, huh?
I guess that is true. I don't.
Yeah. Maybe we can convince Basil. Maybe we can just move our army southward. Maybe we don't have to. Maybe we don't have to hit Jirtang.
Before I go south, I need to take care of the situation that I told you about first, though.
The situation you know nothing about? With the friends that left you to a hobgoblin army? Real friends and family, I would never have let you go up there by yourself. These creatures are dangerous.
Lena, I know that it may seem a little strange, me not knowing anything what I'm going to do or like the people that I'm with, but it does affect the future if we're gonna win this fight. And it's something that I need to take care of.
So just like that, I run into this ghost, my only family for so many years, and you're just gonna leave after all this? After I've put everything of my life, I've dedicated my life to finally getting vengeance. You're just going to walk away. I'm the only family you have left.
We'll meet again. I'll catch up. And I'll travel south after I've taken care of my business to help win the greater war.
I hope it's worth it for whatever it is.
Just as long as you promise me to not attack the mining town north of here.
She lets out a sigh and smiles and says, I promise.
All right. I'm going to give her a hug.
And you give her a really nice hug. A hug that only family can give. It's just like the one in your memories.
Yep.
She says, "Is there anything you'll be needing?"
Can I get some more of those tea leaves?
She pulls a jar off of her shelf and hands it to you. She goes, "Here, this is my collection. I'll have to pick up more down south." And she hands it to you.
I'm gonna remove my necklace that belonged to my mother that I took before I left my house and give it to her. Say, this is to remember me by, my family by, your sister by.
She starts just bawling her eyes out. She can't hold in the emotions anymore.
Oh, I'll think of you when I drink my tea, and I'll see you down south.
Yes, she gives you one last hug and says, "I will see you soon, I hope."
I hope so too. At least we live long.
She laughs to herself and says, "There's a horse, there's a stable outside. I'll have one of the guards guide you there, and you feel free to take one."
Thank you so much for your kindness, and it's so good to see you. It's good to know that I have family alive and well.
What was that?
What?
Well?
And this guard takes she speaks to a guard outside, and he takes you towards one of the stables. And can you make a quick perception check?
I hope so. They haven't worked in the past. That is a 19.
You think you hear, as you're walking away, heading towards the stable, you think you hear someone choking for a moment. And then silence.
I'm gonna look behind myself and check or investigate it.
You just see behind you is the tent, and you hear the faintest sounds of a drip, drip, drip.
Oh no.
The guard looks at you and goes, is everything all right?
Just a second. And then I'm gonna go check the tent.
You see multiple blood gushing out of the man that was strapped to the chair. You see multiple knife wounds in his chest. And you see the knife sticking into his chest right now, and he has his head slumped forward. And Lena looks at you and goes, and she's wiping off some blood on her on a cloth and says, "You're back already. How the years just fly by."
What did you do? He was your prisoner.
Justice is justice. I should have killed him immediately.
Letting
him live this long was a mercy.
This isn't justice, though. This is just murder.
Why is this just murder? After what he did to my sister, to our family, that was just...
But that was all the king. That's what... He was just following orders, just like these men follow orders. He could have remained at least he would still be alive. I gave him a mark for him to think about the future and what he has done in the past.
Men like this never change.
Well, at least
he should have known better. He should have not. Anyone that fights for them is just as guilty, because it's easy to go with the flow and do what other people tell you to do. But to stand up and fight against injustice, none of these people chose to do that.
This isn't justice, though. This is just murder. Did he even get a trial?
What trial? He admitted to it. I don't know why you're so upset.
It's just, it feels wrong to kill out of nothing. Hey, I've learned a lot, okay?
Sariel, how many people have you killed then? How many people have you killed in cold blood? Are you telling me you've never killed anyone for justice?
Only if I'm being attacked. But out of all that, it was just...
Make a deception check.
I'm just flashing back to the first session when Zariel murdered someone in a hospital bed and jumped out a window.
Hey, I was getting there. I was going to say 2.
All people we collectively killed in Kingsport.
Lena looks at you and goes, now why would you... 15?
Yeah.
Lena looks at you and goes, why would you lie to me? I can see it. I can see it in your eyes. Those are the same eyes as mine. I can tell the truth from here.
I killed 2 in cold blood, but it didn't sit right. It always feels like the bigger...
Your finger start to pulse as it sees the blood dripping to the ground.
Oh boy. I also have a greater evil that's driving me to do things that I don't want to do.
Can you make a charisma saving throw?
Oh boy. I hope so. That is a 14.
Ooh, respectable.
Not respectable enough.
You take about a foot. You manage to skirt your feet, but you take a foot closer to the blood dripping, and you start to extend your hand, but you're not touching it yet.
Okay, I'm gonna stop my hand with my other hand, but I'm gonna try to do it discreetly so that Lena isn't too suspicious.
She looks at you and asks, is everything okay?
Everything's fine. I need to get away from here.
I think that'd be for the best. I hope you one day try to understand what family means, and
I hope that we can put our differences at odds one day. Maybe even catch up on our adventures after this is all over.
Once I'm doing the work that needs to be done. Goodbye, Sariel.
Goodbye. I'm not gonna hug her this time. I'm just gonna leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you managed to get on a horse, and the hobgoblin points at Jotang and points you the direction to go if you're wanting to go there still.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm just gonna gallop off, try to get as far away from that blood as possible.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, you gallop off and into the sunset, and
I worry about that ant.
That was amazing. I thought that was gonna go.
Yeah,
that was heavy.
I feel like I was Batman. I was like, no, killing's wrong. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to. I'm Batman.
As you're riding out, when you're far enough away from the camp, you see something flying up in the sky, and you see the creature from before, the spine devil, and he has another person in his talons down below, and he's flying towards you, and he lands in a tree and drops a person down, and he looks at you almost bird-like and goes, "Have you thought any more of our deal?"
I have, and I have chosen to decline it.
Really? After all this?
After all this, I've opened my eyes to the bigger challenge at hand, which is not every individual clan member, but the one controlling them.
You see the spine devil look at you and goes, "Well, I'm a little disappointed, to be honest.
These people that did wrong years ago are now aged so much that they could hardly pick up a sword now. But person who's controlling them still has power over people. And I think that I need to focus on that. So with that, I can't take your deal.
Very well, I understand that. And you see him hop off the tree, and you see him hold out a clawed hand. And he wants, well, it's been a pleasure almost doing business with you.
I'm just going to nod. I'm not going to shake his hand.
He looks at you and goes,
Josh.
well, I hope I don't come across you as an enemy one day, but only time will tell.
I
It was
guess.
like the equivalent of that spine devil just pulling a notebook out and writing your name in it.
Just be like, nope. Okay, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna ride off again.
You
I'm
have
just
no
gonna
idea
leave him in the
now,
dirt.
right?
And as he picks up, he lifts off the ground with his wings and says, by the way, you look hungry. You should probably eat something soon. And he flies off.
I had some horse soup a while back. I'm fine.
You feel your finger throbbing that the ring's on.
I'm gonna slow down before I get to town, thinking it's probably not the best idea to go into.
As you're on your horse, you see the person that's hog-tied, and you see it's a drow, and it's a young drow, youngish. It's hard to tell ages with elves. And you see him still tied, and he goes, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, where are you going? Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. Hey.
Trust me, I'm the last person you want to be around right now.
Hey, no. I was just with the devil. I swear to God, this could not be. I mean, how bad could you be?
I will kill you.
Really?
I mean, I won't, but my hand will.
So you're going to leave me here tied up in the middle of nowhere? So what? I'm going to get eaten by who God knows what? Please. Oh,
Hey.
come on. At least untie me.
I mean, I feel like you're good enough and you can figure it out, but I really got to go away from any people right now. Figure this out.
He starts to like wiggle towards you. He's like, "You're just going to leave me?"
Trust me, kid, person, elder. How old is he?
Probably older than you.
Okay, trust me, you don't want to be around me right now.
Great. What a kindness. You're leaving me out in one of the deadliest places on the planet, right next to a hobgoblin army from what I saw when I was and I was just thrown to the ground by a devil. You're right. What a blessing. What a kindness you've given me, leaving me to die. Oh, how kind. At least slit my throat and be done with it. Come on.
It's not murder if he consented to it.
That's shaky ground at best, Kyle.
You know what? Fine. I'm gonna get off my horse and cut his ties off loose and tell him to just.
I thought you were gonna cut his throat.
After that beautiful scene, I just slit his throat. I'm done.
You know what? Fine. I'm just gonna cut your throat. You consented to it anyway.
I'm pretty sure Sariel's bipolar. I will not murder. Slits throat.
You said yes to this.
It looks like he has riding clothes on, and he you see him wipe off the dust off of himself, and he's got very short hair, and it's a little bit it looks like there's some kind of gel and dirt kind of in it, and it's he looks and goes, "Oh, thank you so much. I really thought you were gonna leave me back there. Oh, so where are we going?"
No, you go another way. I'm going north.
Well, you're heading to the city, right? You're heading. I mean, that's the only thing for miles here. I
mean, I don't need a companion, and especially right now, my hand is thirsty for blood, so I think that.
Well, then we can get you a really juicy steak. Come on. I know there's a couple good places up in Jortang that we can get a bite to eat. It's the
Can we
least I
just
could
mention
do.
the parallels right now to the salamander versus this? Just trying to say goodbye.
Oh, come on, please. Let me at least buy you dinner. Oddly enough, the devil doesn't need money, so he left my wallet, and he's got this huge bag of coins. And it's in a little, it's in like a bag, but it looks like a frog.
Go bag.
And he goes, "Oh, come on!" And you see him walk up, and he pets your horse, and the horse kind of turns, and he pulls out, looks like a small jerky stick, and he goes, "Oh, well, this is actually all I." And the horse eats it.
Carnivorous.
What's his name?
The horse's name?
No, the drow's name.
The drow's name? Jared. Jared is, and he pulls out his hand. It's nice to meet you.
Listen, Jared, you've killed my family. I don't think you want to be around me right now. Also, my hand will slit your throat, so I think it's best if we take our different roads.
Look, if you were gonna kill me, you would have killed me when it was easy. Now I'm free. And he like does this thing where he jumps back and forth. Like, look at that. I could easily get out of the way now. I'm not worried. If you wanted to kill me, you would have killed me right away.
Okay, that doesn't regard the fact that I still absolutely hate your guts. So
please, come on. I mean,
I
don't even know. I don't even know why he grabbed me.
You've done terrible things. You know what?
Terrible things have I done? He was just torturing me, telling me to say things.
So, oh my God. Where did you come from originally?
Where did I come from? Where did I go? That's a long story. I'm actually from Astia. Believe it or not, I don't know how I got all the way over here, but I mean, it's been quite a journey. I left Astia in a hurry. I mean, that place is up in flames. I thought I'd come here to Ostia and get away from it all, and then I found out Kingsport burned to the ground. Apparently, they're recovering very well, though, and apparently the king is safe, and all the father is recovering, and the Prince Regent is doing a wonderful job repairing this.
I'm going to cringe a little bit when he mentions the king and the Prince Regent, just like, ugh.
Look, I'm just saying, I don't think I killed anyone that you're talking about. Please, let me go with you.
Can I
We have the better odds if both of us are here. Out in the wilds, we don't know what we'll run into.
Can I do a deception check to see if he's telling the truth? Or
I think you'd want to do a insight check.
Insight? Yeah. Can I do one of those?
Yeah, of course.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20? What are you trying to insight?
If he's telling the truth or not, if like he knows.
Telling the truth about what?
Oh, about killing or not killing my people. My peeps.
He's not lying through his teeth, but you can tell that with a nat 20, you are able to deduce that he is lying, that he almost seems to recognize you.
All right.
And you have this vision back to when you were back under the floorboards, and you see the blood seeping through this, and you see a small grain in the wood where it's been popped out, and you're looking up, and this is where you're seeing all this carnage happen. And you pass by an older drow man, and you see him looking around, and he looks like he's about to throw up. And you see him look down, and he makes eye contact with you through the floorboards. And he takes a moment, takes a breath, and almost does the slightest of nods to you. And you hear another voice come into the room, and you hear, "Is there anyone in here? Is there anyone else alive?" And you see him flick his eyes back down for a moment and goes, "Room's all clear. There's no one left in here." And and it cuts back, and you realize that this is the same drow.
Okay, listen, Jared. You did a good service for me a long time ago. If I give you a ride to the town, will that make you happy?
Honestly, life is so short, and I'm still running from all of my demons, and literal. It looks like you're running from your demons as well, even though they're caught on your tails. That'd be nice.
Okay, I'll just have him get up on the horse, and we're gonna make our way. But,
All right.
but Jared, I can't talk. I don't want to listen to you.
Oh, no, I'm a wonderful singer. You have to hear me. I heard just the other day when I was traveling. No. The legendary Tanya.
I swear to God.
Song, and I
have a friend who's a musician, and I like her music.
You see him.
I'm also not much one for music.
Oh, that's nonsense. And you see him reach to pull out his lute, and then he realizes it's gone and goes, huh. Well, I'm better at a cappella anyway. And you hear him go, oh, and then it cuts away.
She's traveling with Andy Bernard.
And you are currently heading towards the city. Let's do a quick jam session. Also, I've been missing out on some messages or something in the group chat. Are they pretty good? Because every time I feel like I miss them out, but they're all so funny. Oh my God, there's so many gifts. Someone else is in the room is a murderer. The frog wall. Weirdest first date. You say, I go, no follow. And the baby creature, oh, Kyle. Let's I'd like to go through and figure out what Jortang is like. You know what we did for the lake a while back? I would love to kind of flesh that out a little bit more. So kind of what we did with the lake, we went around like adding details to what this place is. I'd love to do that again with Jortang right now. That sound fine to everybody?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Cool. I like that Tanya is everywhere. And it's like I love. Like that's so funny to me.
International pop star Tanya.
In the entrance, can there be a banner like for an event saying like Tanya, like tonight only from 8 to 9.
I'm really excited to like see.
I'm excited to use my disguise kit to
pretend to be Tanya and go.
Yeah. I just have to, have her disappear for a couple hours.
I imagine it's like Rilika, you're doing a secret show and you're with Hal and it's like you're a 2-person band now and you're playing for a secret show. And you're like, I wonder who's actually, I wonder who we're opening for. And then you turn and you see Tanya and it's like this Pilgrim thing.
You know what I'm really waiting for? Is for Chomsky and I to have a 2 people in a trench coat moment.
One, please. But yeah, let's start off with Jortang. I think it's a town to city size, and town is bigger than 2,000, and city is about the size of 25,000. I think it's between those two. What's the population?
It's
11,000.
Yep, smack dab in the middle of your estimate. It's probably about what Aletha says.
Great. So 11,000, that just makes it just enough to be a small city. It's the only city this far north in the area. What is its main exports? And anyone jump in at any time and know if you're taking up too much space.
What's the climate here?
It's fairly probably Midwest.
It's
usually
like Colorado, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's like because it's on a mountain, so because they go into the mountain to mine ore, right? So so the climate will be like it'll be like not Detroit, but Denver.
So
You can
on
say
its
it.
surface, its main export is ore, but then like hush hush, it's like halfling weed or something.
Halfling mead.
Weed, some kind
Oh,
of like
weed.
real
I thought you
weed.
said feet at first, so I was like, what?
Halfling feet.
I have a question. Is this city inside or outside, or is it both?
Both.
Both.
The rich people get the luxury of living outside.
Ooh, is it kind of like what's that place called? It starts with a T in Name of the Wind. Tarbine. Where
Tarbian.
there's like the rich people side and then the poor people
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Okay, great. So
But the
what
poor
are
people's
its,
side is inside.
what
I
are,
mean, yeah, they can't afford to go outside, I guess. They gotta mine all
they
that
can't
ore.
afford daylight. It's
Oh,
very expensive. Main export daylight. Okay, so I'm gonna say so I have ore. I also have I'm gonna write down bottled electricity.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. That's how they get. That's weird, but yeah.
what
My
if
child.
the legs of the
Child labor.
creatures are like a delicacy?
The Behir legs are delicate. Oh,
Oh.
Oh my.
No.
Sorry, Rilka.
Behir legs delicacy.
All of a sudden, like Rilka's about to found PETA.
People eating tasty animals.
Protect this one in particular.
All right. Is there anything else that this place also does? Anything that it does well? Is this like what's a hidden gem of this place that if you know about it, this is the thing to go. This is the place to go to get it.
They have the best snow cones in the land because they're so close to the snow. And
Nice.
somehow only the tourists get the lemonade flavored ones.
You gotta know to ask for cranberry.
I love it. Okay. That seems fine to me. I imagine, is this town any particular race mostly, or is it a mixture of all these different races? Or
I
It's
feel
gnomes and dwarves.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely mostly the people who would be working in the mines, which sounds like what Kyle said. So
okay, gnomes and dwarves.
does that mean?
with
Oh
some-
my gosh! Wait,
Some
does that mean?
miscreant humans also because like they have just like lived among the people, among the gnomes and the dwarves.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say like so for Ruby, Hal, and I, would it just be like we walked into a tiny town? You know, like
It's like Munchkin Land.
yeah, no, it's like those Swedes after working out and they go to their houses to feel.
They go to the
bigger.
tiny houses so they look huge in front of them.
Finally, Chomsky and I are like, finally, things are accommodating here.
Someone link that video in the group chat so Oceana can see the ripped guys in the with the tiny houses.
That's kind of
On
like,
it.
that's kind of how I wanted it to be. And then we can like, and then we kind of have to all struggle. Like, we have to bend down to get to the top shelf instead of like,
That's funny.
yeah.
Okay. What is this? What is a city secret? What is the secret about this city besides the snow cones?
Aren't there like human trafficking?
Oh.
I was gonna say drugs, but
Was that implied? I mean, I haven't I
no. I
Bertolt about that.
as of right now,
Is that only
I-
Bertolt?
this is a world that, and I know, but let this be what it is. It's fantasy world that doesn't have slavery. It could be human trafficking because they're going to eat people or something like that. Like I'm more okay with cannibalism. Like at this point,
Okay. I just didn't know if
yeah.
they were
There's.
doing-
I don't think there's
there was
slavery.
slavery or whatnot in this
Well, I
world.
was thinking, well, what if like it's some sort of like political corruption since it's so far from
Well, also
other
like
cities?
just to clarify, like when you say like a secret, is it like is it necessarily a bad, or it could be a good secret.
It could be either. It could be.
I want it to be a good secret. We've had a lot of bad things happen. Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
it could
have
be
the
like a
best
secret, like a
world.
problem the city's facing. This could be like a secret thing that was just found that would be good for the city.
The city can hide itself. Like you have to be invited in. It's like Hogwarts. You have to know where it is, one, and then like there's some sort of enchantment that like only people who know it's there and have been invited in can find it.
Okay.
What about like I mean not like this, but like kind of like this.
Like what?
Like I'm sending it to the group. It's taking a while. My computer's been really slow lately, so things take a while. Ooh.
It's neat. Nature.
Oh, that's really cool. I think that can be a part of it. Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. Does anyone have what is the city's biggest problems? Is that a threat from the outsiders? Is it threats from down below? Is it like shortages of food? Is it what other kind of problems? Is it crime? Yeah, maybe they have really
What
bad
if
crime.
there's like a really like strong mob in the city that like pays off a lot of
Chlamydia.
politicians?
Strong mob.
Chlamydia is rampant.
The media?
No,
the fake-
chlamydia.
No, it'd be syphilis. Syphilis is much funnier. Do you have anything?
Unless someone wants to veto what I said, but like
No, I think that's cool. I like that.
Vito
we can have that.
coincidentally is one of the names of the people in the mob.
What's that?
Vito.
Vito.
I run
Veto?
into Vinny. Hey, what are you
Vito.
Vinny, what are you doing here?
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing here? It's my town.
Does the mob have a strong? So the mob has a strong influence here. What is its main goals? Is it just to make money? It'll do anything to make money.
Yes.
I feel like they have really strong ties to like the export business, and so
Okay.
They have.
They do,
control
they
over
do.
some of
That's
the
why-
rarer
Yes,
goods.
They try to control the influx of like caravans that go through, and so the caravans have to pay like extra taxes to the mob to gain
Protection
entrance to gain entrance to the city.
Or what if, like,
Otherwise,
everything's,
the city
like,
won't show up
massively-
for them.
like things are massively expensive because like they control the supply that goes into the city.
Yeah. That's really cool.
This mob sounds like a much bigger problem.
Yeah, I was like, Hobgoblin Army, more like mob from within.
Well, they also move against so like they have their best interest in mind too. Like if they're gonna get attacked by the Hobgoblin Army, then they're gonna rally support from the people.
Okay.
And where there are mobs, it's generally low on crime because if you try to like hedge in on the mob's business, then they'll take you out.
Ooh.
Try to
Yeah, like,
muscle in on
everything's-
my territory.
Everything's fine until you take a loan from them.
Yeah, I love that. The low crime rate. I'm imagining no one's read the Dresden Files except for Kevin, but there's this thing in the Dresden Files called there's a mobster called Johnny Marconi who Marconi, which is a great mobster name, but he like the crime rate in Chicago has gone down drastically because he's gotten so good at doing crime.
That's what I imagined too, actually.
Yeah,
So
that's
funny.
my imagery for it.
Marconi invented the radio.
Any other details we want to add to the city? Anything that you feel like colors that are common in the city? What's the city sigil?
It's a big hammer.
And a lightning bolt.
Basically,
like Thor.
they're all followers of Talos.
Oh, are they?
Well, a lot of them are because you know, because they believe that this is the first city that Talos founded.
They're just really amped up.
They're all like it's a cult-like
Amped
following.
up.
They're amped.
I was kind of excited to go to the city, and now I'm not as excited to go to the city.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought
Low
this would
crime rate. Great pizza.
It sounds like a terrifying city.
It sounds like a very dangerous. I have the music in my mind that like what
Don't
the
take
city
a-
sounds like.
Like a bunch of cultists or a bunch of mob guys, and then like,
I'm just starting to imagine like a 1920s New York now. Like,
It's the most peaceful city north of anywhere. It's the only city north.
It's a great slogan.
That's my point.
Is there anything else you all would like to add to this? Anything else that's jumping out at you?
And any gnome that goes in that is a family member of anyone is granted political asylum.
wow.
That sounds unconnected, but all right. I guess I'm just gonna write that down.
The 3 humans are gonna stick out like sore thumbs in
We're
this
gonna be
place.
so tall.
It's gonna be amazing.
you
Hey,
guys all
at
have, like,
least
really thick ponchos and you're like on your knees the whole time.
at least
You put
when
little shoes at your legs, and you...
I just already know the mob's gonna try and hassle me, or someone's gonna try and convert me to be a follower of Talos.
God, this is so funny. This is ripe for role playing.
Oh,
but when Sariel gets there, at least it'll be really easy to spot her, and so the reunion should be a lot better than.
Yeah,
I honestly don't know how they'll take Ruby because don't you serve a different god?
Yeah, she
Well,
serves the
yeah.
Raven Queen.
They don't need to know that.
You better hide that. You better hide their sigil.
no!
Yay!
Never!
Religion war.
D&D game continues to transform for what it once was. It used to be a couple of people hanging out in a tavern to burning cities down, fighting demons and armies.
We're about to go
now.
I feel like each session is a new genre.
We're about to be in the middle of a
A
freaking
noir.
a religion crusade
Oh my god. Religion Crusade Noir!
and a noir.
God, I love building cities like this.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this as well.
He's chaotic evil.
Is there anything
The mafia lives in the same city as the Templars.
Oh no!
That's what's happening. That's what we
that's right. I have a couple more questions for you all. What type of government is this?
I don't know at this point.
Doesn't really matter. It's like,
Corrupted. That's all we know.
It's a republic.
I was gonna say monarchy, and then like the mob pays the king or queen.
well, that's why I feel like the only way that mob could work if it was like a democracy of some kind, so they could pay off politicians, right?
It's got to be like they have a senate and stuff.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a monarchy.
Beat me to a cow.
Oligarchy.
I was thinking for like kind of how England has it right now, where
Yeah,
it's just kind of like where it's not really like the queen doesn't or the king doesn't really have a lot of power, but there's still an influence.
The king and queen and the assembly.
Face.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Chasm 2.
I think my favorite part about this is that you all made an impregnable city that like Sariel is rushing to get to. That she no longer can find. Thanks to your own devices. Like, she is now being like, I swear it was here. Like,
Hey, I have Jared. It's fine.
Oh, that's also going to be fun. You're walking into a city with a dark elf who, I mean, depends on
What'd
the
you call
world
it?
that you built. What?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be...
A dirty elf.
You call him a
Ooh.
knife here. Okay. What type of police forces are here? Is it like a town guard? Is there a town guard? Is it like a paid police force? Is it like a mercenary work or what? How does it work?
I imagine that it's kind of like Kingsport, but less, kind of like less professional, like less developed.
I feel like it's like there's like a garrison that like the people like the monarchy employs, but a lot of those people in the garrison are actually like mafia people.
I feel too that they don't need that much guard support.
Yeah, anyone that
Kind of
crosses
like
the
the
mob.
highest ring in the Titan show.
So-
Only the most skilled people are in here.
Okay,
They also see the least action.
so let's talk about the secret police then. What is the secret police that investigates either high-profile crimes, the more difficult crimes, or the more severe crimes? What is this group? What's their group's name?
Steven, because there's only one of him.
It's just
They're
There's
all
apparently zero crime in this town.
Steven. All right, so Steven's a PI then.
there might be multiple Stevens, but you can't tell.
Ooh.
Every time you
Oh.
get hired, you become the new Steven.
They're all Negan.
What
It's
if
like-
they all look the same? Like they all have to be from the same family. It's like Officer Jenny from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They're bred. It's part of a breeding program.
They're bread?
They're pod baby.
No.
It's just a loaf of bread sitting at a desk.
Oh, baguette. Yeah, it's like Officer Jenny, but like how each of them have something different. Like I think all of their stars are a different color or something. Like they have some sort of thing to tell what
Yeah.
Steven it is. It's like Steven number 1, Steven number 2. And Steven number 1 is like the
It's just a
I love how
watermelon.
we're laughing now, but we're gonna hate our lives when we have to do it.
This is funny now, but wait till it's funny later.
Yeah, wait till we get in the city and we have to deal with the mafia, the religious people, the secret Steven
And we can't even
police,
get back.
the corrupt government, a hidden city that no one can find.
It's fine. I have.
And Chomsky's got
Asylum
asylum,
anyway.
but like you, because the whole city is corrupt. I don't know.
Chomsky, you're a part of the mob. You're a part of the family. That's why you keep talking about, oh, I have a big family here. But we're the mob.
Yeah, nobody ever asked. Nobody ever asked.
Nobody asked.
And to be fair, he never lied.
It's true. I gotta go rewatch The Godfather to get ready.
I'll add mine back to the
I'm
list.
actually coming home because I've been called home.
So let's go around one more time and each add one more detail, big or small.
I'm sorry. Chomsky's the new Papa John.
He owns a pizza place?
That's all I can think of. Anyway, go on.
All right, so well, Aletha, what's one more detail, big or small? That doesn't contradict what's already been said.
I, the distinguishment between the rich and the poor side, besides like sunlight and no sunlight, is like a lot of the houses on the poorer side don't have windows because they don't have the money for the architectural like genius that would have windows. So the larger the window, the more wealthy the person is because they can also afford glass.
Okay, cool. Anyone else want to add to any of the rich versus poor dynamic?
I don't know if this is like the rich versus poor, but on the poor side of town, there is a thriving rave scene.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's where Roka's going.
Thriving rave scene. I'm so...
I like how Roka's about to discover a new genre of music she's into.
I love the idea of like Ruby's super into rave music. Okay, does anyone else have any rich versus poor dynamics that they want to add? Windows, thriving rave scene.
Maybe there's this really like rare flower that grows like in the area where the rich people live.
Mm-hmm.
And so like it's just like one of those like excess things where the rich people always have like are adorning the flowers somewhere.
Okay, I like that.
Like
Yeah.
a sign. That they can like have this luxury.
Yeah. No, I love that. Cool. Anybody else? Anyone can answer also.
The super rich people like to throw like these elaborate lavish parties to like gain alliances within each of the rich houses.
We can't just create Luther.
I didn't say they were gonna have a house war. They like to have alliances.
Just
you know, maybe negotiate new trades or
yeah.
develop.
And there's also these people that swallow these metals that because they produce.
If you say it, it's true.
I've been a very big proponent.
We can't handle that at our level.
You're right.
Only the Stevens can do it.
They're inquisitors.
The Stevens are inquisitors. They have.
They have spikes.
I was honestly thinking that they work for Talos.
Kyle, Aletha, there's these things in this book series called Mistborn, and they're called the Steel Inquisitors, and they have two giant like nails that like that they were hammered into their eyeballs, and they're the most scary creatures on the face of the planet. And that's Steven.
No.
I find
that's what they all look alike.
And they all look alike because they all have spikes in their eyes.
They're called
Steel Inquisitors.
The Even Stevens.
Okay, does anyone else have any?
I'm too afraid to add anything to this town.
It's just like a rich versus poor dynamic. So
I've never actually looked up pictures. I don't like it.
aren't they real creepy? Oh,
The Inquisitors?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Anything else?
Oh yeah, that is creepy. Holy shit.
Oh no.
Okay. Great. So then we'll have who went first? Is that Aletha that you? Yeah, Aletha, you did the rich versus poor thing. Kevin, do you have anything else?
Can you get back to me?
Yeah, sure. Kyle, have any other details, big or small, that you would like to add?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Okay,
All I
that's
could,
fine.
like, think of was maybe like a I guess half the city's underground, but like a small underground river or creek or something that kind of flows through. It kind of feeds bathhouses around the city.
Yeah, no, I love that. That actually really works with an idea that I was thinking about. So yeah, I love that.
Oh, those guys are terrifying.
Oh, did you send a photo?
Yeah.
Ugh, they're terrifying. Steven is scary. Awesome.
That's what they're called, Scary Stevens.
Sarah, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I feel like I've done enough.
Okay. Oceana, do you have anything?
I'm good.
You're good? Kevin, coming back, is there anything you want to add?
Yeah. To be part of the mob,
Oh boy.
you have
love
to, like, the very first thing they do is, like, brand you.
Jesus.
It looks, it's pretty, like, it's a pretty easy brand. It looks just like a birthmark. But it's at a very specific spot. And it's on the back of your neck, right where the hairline meets your neck. So
Okay.
oftentimes it gets covered by the neck or by the hair.
Yeah.
Most people keep their hair short.
Let's hear violin music.
Thought the Godfather theme song
Yeah, I was
fitting
thinking
for this
that.
moment.
I like that. Yeah, that's awesome, Kevin. Anyone else have anything that they'd like to add, mob related? Now that the mob is becoming a very prominent.
Can I add something to my flower theory?
Sure.
So the flowers are all white, but like threats are sent by sending like a red flower.
Oh,
I love that. I'm so for that.
It'd be so funny. We take all this time building the city, and we're gonna spend like a day there and leave.
But we know it'll be there.
Every time it was supposed to be just a little bit, we've spent like 2 or 3 sessions where I was like, all right, you're just going to breeze through the city. And never mind. We just spent 3 days on the island.
We spent all this time on the city, and then we get there and it's destroyed.
The plague wiped it out.
Well, it sounds like the army that was going to come there is turning around, though. So
apparently they couldn't find it, though.
Okay. I guess if no one else has anything, you feeling good?
I'm good.
Feeling good, sir?
Yep.
Cool. The last thing is that I'm adding is that someone recently, one of the miners, just found something incredibly explosive under the city.
Oh boy.
Sweet.
They found something incredibly explosive, and
nitroglycerin.
And it's and creatures have been eating them.
What?
Creatures have been eating this explosive material.
That's not.
Oh no.
And they're called burrowers.
That's fun.
This is going to be a spicy meatball.
This is oh wow, keeping it with the mob. I see.
Can their main food be Italian cuisine? Because
what's Italian?
Or like there's like this thing called pasta, and like they grow a lot of tomatoes. Like they have special houses that have tomatoes so that they can make like
the whole city smells like garlic.
It's a vampire's nightmare.
We're just creating this turducken.
That's how you find the town, though. You just smell the garlic.
Could smell the tang from 3 miles away.
But most people don't know what garlic smells like, so like you have to know to follow it.
I
know.
And not think it's just like river stink.
But they're known for this this dish called spaghetti, and it's the favorite with the mob.
Okay, I really love this, y'all. I think we have a lot of really good stuff to work with. I think we really created something.
It really is just 1920s New York.
It really is just 1920s. But we're like, no, it's different.
But instead of shit, it smells like garlic.
God.
Except there's also Mistborn.
We're gonna come back and Josh has just crossed out everything we've said. And be like, you're going to Florida.
There's just alligators everywhere. So we're one last thing, Kevin, before we wrap for today, I wanted to touch on Bertold. What is Bertold like? I can take liberties, or do you want to describe Bertold?
Wait, why don't we do like a tag team on them?
Sure. I love the tag team Bertold.
Yeah, he's got a hooked nose,
and he's
very wise. He'll always foretell you what he foretold.
How dare you? I think Bertold is a dwarf. I think he's adopted.
Oh yeah.
He's been adopted into the family.
Didn't I mention that before?
Kevin gaslit me in front of all my friends. Okay.
He's a dwarf with a hooked nose. Nobody noticed it, but he actually grew out his hair. But he has that birthmark.
Okay.
It's a pretty deep birthmark. He's a high-ranking person in the mob.
he has his hair long, but I think his face is clean shaven, which is weird for a dwarf.
It's part of the gnome heritage, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, the adopted family of like the clean. I like that.
Yeah. He of all of the family, he like took care of his teeth the best, and like it's just like the whitest, straightest teeth.
Best smile. Bertold. Oh, what a guy. Is he relatively a happy person, or is he like is he like too happy? Is he like what's his like temperament?
He's like have you ever read The Man Called Uva?
No, I haven't.
Okay, he's like a quintessential, like he's gruff, but he's kind-hearted.
Okay.
He's only gruff because he thinks that doing the right thing is like normal, and like to be praised is to like make things special.
Okay. I like that. Anything else you want to add to him?
He's a stickler for the rules.
Stickler for the rules. I like it. What is he after? What does he want?
He just wants the city's peace to be maintained.
I like that.
Because he's a stickler for the rules.
He also leads the Stevens. I'm just kidding.
What have we created?
No, he works alongside the Stevens. He doesn't lead them. They're like equals.
Okay.
We created a fever dream, is what we created.
I know it's hot in Bellingham right now with all these lights on us, and like
God,
I might be asleep right now. All right. Anything else you're feeling about it?
Nope. I think that's it.
Okay, great. So we'll just do this last part real fast. All of you are very warily climbing up out of the steps out of this place, and you see a couple of guards who are posted on this at this gate, wondering where all of you have come from. And Bertold waves them off, and he says to one of them, "Go get some rooms ready in the home. We got a lot of people who need to rest and recuperate. It's been a long day for a lot of these folks. Yeah, come on, everybody. We'll show you to your quarters. Happy to be." And Bertold turns and looks at you and goes, "Chomsky, it's so good to see you." And he goes to give you a big hug and a big slap on the back.
And I forget that he's kind of a gruff. You know, we grew up together, but he was a different person back then. So I like give him a very, very exuberant hug, and I thank him for all he's done today, and like just like give him all the praise.
Yeah, he kind of recoils from a little bit, goes, "Hey, oh, hey, no need to get so touchy-feely. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to see you too. Looks like we have a bit of a problem coming this way. I'm so glad you were able to get out of there safely and with minimal suffering." And he looks over at you can all still smell all of you kind of flash to Jormon, who's been taken away, who still smells his burnt flesh still smells in the air.
Oh, having a barbecue today, huh?
Oh, something like that.
My perception, I rolled a 1 earlier, so I'm kind of like oblivious.
You're still, the dog has jumped back into your arms, Hal. And he says, "Hey, come on, everybody. Let's go the way." And Chomsky, do you want to go down? Do you want to stay down below, or do you want to go up to the house?
You know what? I'll go up to the house, say hi, and kind of reorient myself in the city.
All right. Well, hey, we'll drop your friends off at the house down here first. So, and all of you start heading to. You start walking through the city, and you see this large dome cavern, and you see different lighting. They almost look like creatures. You can't really get a good look at them, but it almost looks like jellyfish hanging in the air, and they're glowing. And you also see streetlights farther down, almost like a mining shaft streetlights, where you see this blue light shining from it, this blue electricity. And you two are walking and talking down, and it's late at night, so there's not a lot of people around. People know not to go out after a certain hour of the night. And all of you are heading back to the house, and this house is actually pretty accommodating. It's a 3-story house, and it's very lovingly built. It's built solid. And you see a lot of strong details. It has a big fence guarding the front of it. And it's like a concrete wall. And you see a couple of spots where some guards could be posted up top. And Bertold waves at them both. And you recognize another cousin of yours that you hadn't seen in a while. And you come down, and he comes down, and he gives you a big hug. And you all chat and shoot the shit for a little bit. And Bertold leads the rest of you to some rooms in the house, and it's all very almost hotel-like. It's all very basic. It has everything you need, but nothing of it is really personalized. The rooms are very plain.
Doesn't feel like home.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel like home because this really isn't a home, as you know.
Do the humans have to like?
I just have to say the
crouch over.
I 100% think so. I think like it's not a full crouch, but it's like just if you forget, you will hit your head if you forget.
Do we all get our own rooms?
All of you get your own rooms.
I'm gonna walk and put the dog on the bed.
The dog just is asleep in your arms already. He's so tuckered out, and you just like flop him onto the bed, and he has his own ear like blocking his face, and you just see it. It's very cute. He said, and he looks at the younger cousin, Raymond. And Bertold says, if you need anything, talk to Raymond. He can set you up. Raymond, why don't you get everybody some meals? And all of you rest up. Bertold, why don't you come up to the house with us?
Bertold?
Or Bertold, pardon me, Chomsky.
Yeah. Sure, let's go.
Yeah. And
can't wait.
you all retire to your rooms, and you're all right next to each other, too. The rooms are connected, you know.
I want to go talk to Ruby and Rilke if they're both.
Yeah. Yeah, there's doors on each side of the room. Yeah, so you all gather together.
I'm going to sit on the floor so I'm not like...
I'll join you.
I'm sitting in a chair perfectly fit for me. And I'm looking.
It's a gorgeous chair. It's very well accommodating for you.
Yeah.
We need to talk about Sariel because she.
I don't even know she's gone. I have to ask. I fell down a hole and it was a whirlwind after that. Where is she?
Well, you see, 2 hobgoblin armies clashed in the town, and we were coming to follow you, and Sariel, for some reason, decided to go upstairs, and then she left with them. And then Ruby and I fought a couple of them in the basement. I collapsed the tunnel, and then we found you. So as far as I know...
Safe.
How much do we know about Sariel? Because I feel like I haven't said 2 words to her this whole time.
Yeah, she is a bit of a mysterious one. She stabbed someone and jumped out of a hospital window.
What?
Oh, do you know?
I do know from the brief time we were connected in the rings.
Ruby doesn't know about that also, just so you know.
Long story.
I'm getting put in a really great light right now.
Found her in a. I think we found her in the church, and then we made a mess in the church, and one of her legs doesn't quite work right anymore.
Could have been worse considering the options we were thinking about. But I do remember from the time we were in the ring, or I had the ring, I just remember feeling a lot of...
And Raymond opens the door and says, "Pardon me, you didn't have it locked, but he wheels in a cart, and it's a bunch of plates of pasta fajoule. He goes, I'll just leave these with you. If you need anything else, let me know." And he closes the door.
Thank you,
I
Raymond.
have the one with the spicy meatball.
There is one with spicy meatballs. They're all a little spicy.
What a fancy meal prepper.
Anyway,
saying, Rilka?
This may have been me projecting because I had a lot of my own issues with rage at the time. But I sensed a lot of loss and pain coming her way, and I think sometimes I feel like she's really on her own quest in this, and I'm not sure if we should be worried or not. She does disappear a lot.
Regardless of her past or what she's done, she is one of us. We've gone this far together. She did help me fight my way out of the city when everything went down.
But she left us in a hole.
I can't, in good conscience, just leave it at that.
Listen. All right, can we time out a sec? Does she still have a ring on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All I can say is that ring changes people. She may not even be Sariel anymore, and I think we should be more cautious.
It's more reason to find her and get the ring off. We need to stay in the city as the least amount of time as possible and continue on.
I'm all about helping her. I'm just saying, don't expect her to always be on our side with this. I think the ring will always... I was ready to follow that ring wherever it led me. And maybe she has a higher tolerance being bigger and all, but...
There's more magic.
She did have two, though, so...
She did have two.
But I'm just saying, this is it's a tricky situation, these sorts of addictions.
Mm.
Yes, I understand, but like I said, I can't just leave her alone out there.
I'm not saying that. I'm just...
We have to... I mean, I have
I
to...
don't think this is as simple as a rescue the princess operation.
I mean, that's not what I'm saying at all, but...
I'm just gonna show up at the door being like, hey, y'all.
How are you gonna find it? How are you gonna... You have to be invited in.
I'm gonna smell it. My horse has a powerful nose. Jared knows what he's doing.
But I think we all need some rest. But in the morning, I am going to try and see if any of Chomsky's family, I guess, can show me a way out of here so I can go look for her.
Well, I'm coming with you. Because I know what it's like to be on that ring, and I'm just saying.
Ruby?
Also...
Thanks, guys.
Hal, what did you say?
I said, what do you think?
Well, we can't just leave her out there. She seemed in safe hands temporarily.
It was strange, the fact that they tried to kill us, but just took her peacefully.
I think she's tough, which I think is also another reason why you need us. But...
It can't be too far. I mean...
True.
It's worth a shot.
And Ruby, sorry, you don't have one anymore. I'm not. Sarah's talking, not Rilka. You lost your finger, right? So you don't have yours. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. It's in
Okay.
the box. I just
no more.
Box a
I'm
little
just
bit.
trying to figure it out. Okay.
Mhm.
And wait. So does Sariel? Because she had 2 at one point. Is she down to 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mine fell into the volcano and then released that
The
monster.
mosquito.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Who cut off your finger, Ruby?
I don't even remember.
I think it was the spirit,
That's what.
Oh yeah, the night or the wind stalker
the
thing.
wind stalker.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Good times.
That was an event.
Okay. You have anything else that you want to talk about?
I think should get some rest and we'll
I
reconvene.
think I'm
the
in need of a
morning.
good shower.
They do have a water heater here, which you don't know what that is, but you see a little card on near your bed.
I
talking
still
about
have
a
just
shower.
like small creature like saliva all over me.
Oh,
God, I love these videos.
Are all the humans or human-sized people gonna have to crouch in the showers?
Oh,
Nonsense.
now
no.
I have no sympathy. You'll get no
They're all-
sympathy from me.
They're all
These showers are
bats.
perfect. I don't have to jump to get the dial.
Hold on. Nobody ever said there were showers.
That's
We're
true.
more
They
dignified
don't
than that.
exist. I'm down. I keep this is a thing I keep doing in all my D&D. It's like the natural progression of technology versus magic. That seems to be the theme in this world. So it's always funny to see how they start to interact and like influence each other. And like in the other campaign, they like had the first idea of a gun, which was really weird.
There's probably a bath.
And a steamboat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna say people like taking baths up here.
Yeah. I'd believe
Okay, I take a bath and go to bed.
it. Sarah
I-
exits the call.
Give Hal a hard look, but I try to be discreet about it, and then I go to my room and pray.
He doesn't
Whoa.
even know.
No, what?
I think there's a romance with Hal and Ruby.
Isn't Hal like 40 or 50?
I'm 42.
42?
How old is Ruby?
Like 23.
I don't know if Rilka's ready for a stepmom yet.
Yeah, after they leave, I'm gonna. I look at the bed with the dog sleeping on it. Sit on the ground and I'm gonna meditate first for a while and try to find some sort of peace because I kind of look at my hands and there's not actual blood on there, but just
Yeah.
I've killed a lot of things today. So I'm gonna try and recenter myself and then I'll roll out my bed, roll and sleep on the floor.
All right. So we have a couple of, it's already 10:37, but we're never good with time. So I'm going to hit a couple of small scenes with each of you real fast. Chomsky, you are currently going up the lift. There is a crank elevator leading to the surface to where it eventually takes you to the mansion that originally that you're from. This is a place that you've spent a lot of time. I don't know if you necessarily grew up fully here, but you've spent a lot of time here. As Bertold is talking to you, asking you about your adventures and what you ask him what he's been up to, and eventually you head inside the house and it's as lavish and as lovely as you remember. The specific thing about it is that you see all these little inventions. You see all these like little toys and little trinkets, the ones that you like to make.
Oh yes, some clockwork toys.
A lot of clockwork toys. But as you kind of continue through the house, you head down to you head down these stairs to a basement, and you see Bertold pull out another key, and he unlocks something, and you see a couple of your other family members. Are they all family, or is it all family that you recognize? Is it cousins, or is it brothers, sisters? Mother, father, anyone like that?
They're no, my my family left this place for a reason.
Okay, great. I love it.
Yeah.
So
We left this place for a reason. So it's mostly cousins, and they haven't seen me for a long time.
Great. Well, regardless, even if it hasn't been a while, there's nothing like seeing family. And a lot of this family is people that you can just catch right back up to. And you all sit down and you share a meal. And they ask you about what you've been doing. And it's your old favorite family dish. What is that family dish?
Oh, that's gotta be stroganoff.
Oh, so good. I just had stroganoff today. I'm lovely. It's very good. And
It's Behir stroganoff.
Glurk.
Rilka's sleeping peacefully, unaware of this horrible thing.
Baby Bahir is the most tender.
It's like veal.
No!
But Bertold, these headphones are painful. Bertold, he pulls you afterwards and goes, Chomsky, it's been so good to have you back and laughing and loving. And honestly, Chomsky, we would love to have you be a more intimate part of the family if that's something you're interested in. And you see him pull out a slip of paper, and you see the birthmark on it. And he goes, we've actually invented a new one where you can actually just slip it on and it just absorbs into the skin. It's there's other options, and you look over at an empty fireplace and you see the brand there as well. Chomsky,
branding the children, when they reach puberty was one of the reasons why my father refused to have me and my siblings take part in this ritual. So glad that you figured out a way to not do that anymore.
Yes, we after your family left, actually, we started looking for alternatives.
It was a shame that in our trek out of the city, my family, we were slaughtered for being a well-known part of this magical city. And so I had to go into hiding and become a tinkerer, knowing the skills that our ancestors were passing down with these clockwork toys. I'll gladly join or take a more active part in the family now.
Bertold almost looked shocked by the news you told him. How everyone? Are you alone? Do you have anyone?
This is the first time I've seen family in 20 years.
Chomsky, I'm so sorry. If we knew, we would have contacted you sooner. We thought you were living a happy life on the outside. I thought
I had to go into hiding. I changed my name. I took an apprenticeship. In the 20 years since, I became a master tinkerer. Only now to find the city. It took me so long to find you all, and it was so hard because once I changed my name, the city vanished. Only I knew the name, and that was it.
Yes, the protective barrier is quite perplexing like that. Chomsky, I'm not going to lie to you. We would love to have you back. And I know you just had a long trip and you had a lot to think over, but if you were really serious about this, we'd love to have you back in the family.
Hey, that would be great. Before we do the ceremony.
Yeah, of course.
We used to, when we were kids, we used to play with this kid, Steven.
His face immediately darkens as soon as you say that.
What happened to him?
Steven? He
was always a weird kid, but we loved him. He was awesome.
Yeah, I still see Steven around, and one of the cousins makes a joke, saying, "Oh, yo, I see you found head Steven over here." And Bertold gives him a look and goes, "No, just it's actually Steven got into an accident a while ago near the railroad tracks." Just something.
No.
He can't see anymore, unfortunately. He was blinded by the accident, but
no, Steven.
That's all right. We were able to. Luckily enough, we knew someone that could help, and Steven's been in our debt for saving his life. He's still functioning just fine. You know what? Why don't you go and see him tomorrow? Yeah, but Steven, let's go talk to Steven tomorrow. How about that? He's doing.
Boy, I'd love to. I haven't seen him in 20 years.
Yeah,
25 years.
He's changed a lot. He's but
when we were riding the lift, I thought I saw the spitting image of him earlier. But I wasn't sure.
That's
there
weird.
There seemed to be two of them.
Bertold just kind of laughs and goes, "Oh, that's." Huh, I don't know why you would have seen something like that, but I mean, well, you might have seen him. There's a lot to explain. Is there any chance? Why don't I go over it all tomorrow morning with you when we go and see Steven? How about that?
Sounds great. I would love to see my old friend.
He opens up one last time, and he opens up his arms and says, "Hey, welcome to the family."
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
And then he just punches you and knocks you out.
And he steals your wallet. Once a criminal, always a criminal. No.
Where'd my kidney go?
You go, and we'll end that scene there. Well, then we'll have Rilka. You are you can hear music out in the distance. And it's heavy music, and it sounds like a rave.
I've never heard this kind of music before.
It's amazing. It's explosive. It's loud.
What is that? It makes me want a bongo. I don't know.
I love it. But you can hear it through your open window.
Yeah. Go on.
No, go.
Is my window, is there is there, I don't know how to describe it, but like a roof outside my window I can hop down or do?
Yes, you can. It looks like the glass is really thick, but you should be able to.
What do you mean? Like, can I get out my window?
You have to open up the window, yeah, and then you can hop out.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. Yeah, do you go to the music or?
Yeah, I follow the music and see where it takes me.
Okay, yeah, and you can hear the music, and you, as you get farther into Deep Town, which is, I think, the name of the lower section.
Deep Town?
Deep Town.
Okay.
Or the, actually, let's go with the Under. I like the Under a little bit more.
I do too.
So as you get farther down into the Under, you can see different people, and they have face paint on. It looks like they have splashes of color, almost like, those like paint runs that people do. You see all of these things. You see things in their hair, and you see people dancing and laughing and having a good time as you get closer to the sound of the music. Yeah.
Can I weave my way through the people to see like where all this is coming from and find some face paint and just
Yeah, you see someone at a booth, and they're just like slapping it onto people. You can take as much as you want.
Can I just go in there and stand in front of him like this?
Yeah, he just starts pelting you with paint. And you and you're now covered, and you blend in just like everyone else.
After I just took a shower.
Anything else? What are you doing here? Are you gonna just enjoy the rave, or what are you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it all in and just make a mental note of this new music all of a sudden I'm really into.
Yeah, you.
Can I get out on like I'm assuming there's little platform areas or something? Can I get up there and just start drumming like crazy with with my bongos?
Yeah, I love it. I definitely. You get up to this high platform. It's almost like we're a platform where you'd see dancers, but instead you have commandeered this space. You kicked someone out, and you start playing along with the music. And somehow this music, your bongos, like pushes this music to the next level, and the magic of you playing this instrument, this love of music that you have translates to the crowd spectacularly. And you're playing, and you play, and you continue to play, and you play for. You could play for hours. How long do you spend?
I spend
playing?
I spend my full time with that in that rave. I bongo for a while, I dance for a while, I do all the stuff with it. Till I don't know when they kick you out, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's about 4ish in the morning, give or take, and you're playing the last song, and you're sweaty and you're gross, and you're covered in this paint that's dripping off of you, and you're so excited to be here, and you're having such a great time, and you look down as you see someone on a keyboard, and you look and you see Jeff, and you look over and you see a small gnome with red hair, and you recognize Seamus. And then you also see on ukulele, you see Helen. And we'll cut that scene there.
I can't.
Right now we have Ruby. Ruby, you are sitting in your room and you are praying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. And what are you praying? What are you praying about?
Well, actually, I've pulled out the fancy compass that Hal had given me, because it's reminding me of home, and I haven't really thought about home in a long time, and so I'm conflicted about that. And then also just like I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know what's happening, and it's kind of part of like the Raven Queen's Alkalites, except that like she has this kind of dominion over fate, and like you go places you don't expect, but this was just like suddenly things are happening that I didn't think could happen, and I'm really conflicted about that. And so I'm just kind of looking for some sort of peace of mind. Yeah.
How do you think the Raven Queen would answer you? Do you think the Raven Queen would send you a direct message, or do you feel like it would be a feeling? Do you think it'd be a sign of some kind? What do you think?
I don't know if she would. Yeah, I'm not really sure if she would, or if it would. If it manifested, it would probably be like in a dream. But yeah, I'm just kind of thinking all of this over and like looking at the compass, and then eventually I set it aside, and I'm like, I need to sleep.
You, as you put the compass down, you see it just spinning in a circle over and over, and it doesn't seem to stop at a specific point. And and as you go to sleep, you have a dream of you are back at the volcano. You are back on the island, and you see Hal being stabbed by the giant mosquito, and you see the truth of what was supposed to happen. You see him being stabbed, and you see all the life being sucked out of him, and you see this mummified corpse fall to the ground where Hal was. Good God. And you see your allies being wiped out and killed one by one. And you see everyone. You even see Polonius. He is killed by this creature as well. and until it is just this creature right in front of you and it's staring down at you. Well, what do you do?
I cast a spell. The spell book was put away.
D&D isn't over until it's over.
Load. I cast. Where is it?
Zone of Truth.
No.
Zone of Truth!
I cast Guiding Bolt at it.
Okay.
Which is a ranged spell attack.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you roll the hit?
Okay.
Dream fight.
13 plus 6. Yeah. So that's 19.
Yeah, you hit it with this guiding bolt, and you see it smash into the giant mosquito demon as it explodes out into a glorious spray of light. And you see this particles all fade and start to fall. And if you look a little bit closer, each of these particles looks like a scale, a sense. You see scales and you see clocks, and there are these tiny little symbols, and you see them fall on each of your companions, and you see them stand back up, and you see them rise again. And you know what you've done is right. Is there anything else that happens in the dream? Go ahead, if there's anything.
I just kind of collapse at that point, like just on my knees.
Mm-hmm.
And I stare around and just watch each one of them as they stand up and just really take them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think we'll stop there for that one. Just these, this last one, these last two real fast. Hal, you are sitting in your room and you are meditating, and you are starting to slack off a little bit. Just the night after the long day and long night and everything on top of each other, you are meditating, but you feel yourself slowly starting to fade. As you turn and you see the dog, the bloodhound is looking at you.
I was waiting for this.
And he's looking at you, and he has his paws on top of each other, and he has his head just plumped down. So,
look at the dog. Is that you again?
Woof.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I know the impression needs more work. Ah. You see him stretch out in his dog body. Oh. Oh. It's nice to have young bones. Ah.
I wouldn't know.
How you doing, Hal? I haven't seen you in a while.
Haven't you, though? I feel like you've been following us.
Oh, well, yes, but I thought we'd keep up the air of mystery a little bit more.
That's fair.
Have you found the temple yet? Is this where we are?
No. We've had some delays on the road.
Oh, yeah? Well, a day's ride? Have you found it yet?
I don't know. We're just heading north. We're in,
That's hundreds of miles. Do you not have anything more?
I mean, we're in Jortang, I believe is the town.
Oh! You're getting close. I'm so happy to hear that.
I mean, it's not like you really gave me a whole lot of detail.
Look, I don't know if you want to point paws at anybody, but I'm sorry, the dog puns are just... Well, if this was something I could show you, if you're in Jortang, you understand what it's like to be at a place that isn't supposed to exist. That on a map, you can't find. So I think if you're finding a place like this, then I think you're gonna find that oasis, no problem.
That's good to know. I feel a bit lost.
Lost about what?
I just feel like I'm losing connection to your teachings and the way of this way of life. I killed several creatures today with almost 0 second thought about it. They threatened my friends, and so I killed them.
Sometimes it's difficult for the road to peace to be a bloody path. Do you feel like you've gone against this teachings?
I definitely feel less tranquil than usual. And I mean, look at this. I feel like
What about your instincts? What about your heart? What do they tell you? Do you feel like you've done the right thing? How do you feel about these actions you've taken?
I mean, my friends are still alive.
What's that worth?
Honestly, it's worth everything.
Hal, you have to remember you're not alone. Even if I am gone or in this dog meat suit, you're not alone. You have other people there to rely on, and I think you have to walk your own path. Yes, these teachings are what I gave you, but I think you need to find a balance between your own life, and you have to trust what you've done. The decisions so far are the right ones. No one else can walk this path but you.
Sorry, Green Day just started playing in my head.
I walk a lonely road.
Are you familiar with the terms consequentialism and deontology?
No.
Consequentialism is this idea that the ends justify the means. And deontology is the idea that the means justify the ends. It's never okay to kill 10 people to save 100. Or consequentialism, you kill 10 people to save 100. I think wherever you fall on that, I think as long as you find peace with the decisions you make.
I'll do my best. There's still a lot that I need to get done before I think I'll ever find true peace, but...
Do you have any specific questions for him?
No, I think kind of got what I was looking for, so I'll just kind of pat him on the head, like, you can keep the bed. I'm fine down here.
He looks at you and goes, I'm actually not ready to go yet. Do you want to play a game of cards or something?
Sure, I guess.
Oh, great. And he hops off the bed, and he starts to try and shuffle the deck that you pull out, and he's doing the paw thing where he's just shuffling them around with his hands. And he looks at you and goes, "So, how's the family been?" And he, no. Do you have any response to that first?
I mean, last I saw, they got out of the city okay, but other than that, I don't know. I don't have much family other than them.
You should check in on them. There's a lot of people around, and at the end of the day, family's all who you have.
That is true.
Family and found family, but...
Well, yes.
Yeah, and there are others. We're gonna we're gonna cut to this last one here because it's already 11:03. Where does the time go?
Right out the window.
Rilka, you are. Rilka, pardon me. Sariel, you are heading towards the city, and it is now nighttime. And you, as you're riding towards the city, you see another rider approaching behind you up the road, and they're riding fast.
What does the rider look like? Is it another like gnome or dwarf or?
It is a human woman, and she's riding up, and she has this dark cloak around her, and she stops next to you and goes, "Where are you heading?"
The city of Jortang? Is that what it's called?
Jortang.
Jortang.
Oh, that's a nice place. It's funny that that's actually the place I'm heading for as well. I've only been there once. I assume you've been there before?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, that's fun. And Jared pops out from behind, goes, "I've been there before. Oh man, it's a lovely place. Not a lot of crime though, or a lot of crime, depending on how you see it."
I'm just gonna give the biggest sigh in the entire world because I'm so fed up with all of his singing.
It's been about 4 hours.
I'm so fed up with all of his acapella.
The woman looks at you and goes, "Well, would you like to ride together? I'm actually heading there for myself. I'm trying to find someone, actually. What about you?"
I'm also trying to find someone. Your company would be lovely. Especially since I don't know where I'm going.
She laughs and says, "Well, why not then?" And she reaches out a hand, and you see with the hand that she has, you see a black ring on her finger. And she pulls down her hood, and you see someone that looks very familiar for some reason, but you can't quite place it. And she says, "I'm Haley."
Sariel, nice to meet you.
And we're going to end the session there.
Woo, that was exciting.
Whew. 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 That was a long one. That was a sweaty one.
That was an emotionally loaded episode.
That was a very high stakes.
That was a good one, though.
Oh.
So when can we play next?
Yeah. What?
I'm free every day this week, except for every day this week.
Where are we? Do we want to shoot for another Saturday or Sunday? What's the schedule for?
I should be free after 5.
Every day. Okay. When is everyone else free? You're not free.
I'm camping on Saturday, but
okay.
Nothing on the calendar for Sunday.
What's Sunday?
The 29th.
I'll have to double check at work tomorrow.
Wait, Josh, when's your birthday? Is it the 28th?
The 27th.
Oh my god, I'm so close.
Because I might have to work next Sunday from like 4 to 9:30, but
okay.
I'll double check.
Yeah. And maybe worst case scenario, we do like a morning session again or something like that, or an early afternoon.
Yeah, I'm free most evenings except for Tuesday night after 6:30.
It just depends on CNA training, Sarah.
Sorry, I blocked out for a second. What did you say?
When do you have training for CNA?
I mean, baby, what day?
This week.
What day is
this do you have this week for CNA?
Just Tuesday this week.
I'm trying to think if I have something doing Thursday, but I can't remember.
What about Wednesday?
Potential Wednesday or Thursday if we wanted to do it sooner?
Thursday, I'll probably be at my grandpa's house to help get it ready for a yard sale, but
Okay.
they have Wi-Fi there, so it shouldn't be a problem. I just need to know so I can bring my stuff.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think I can do any day this week.
Okay.
Because I close tomorrow. I work until like 8 the next day.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to shoot for Sunday then?
Yeah, that would work the best.
Morning, afternoon kind of area?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And we'll audible from there if we need to, but yeah, I'm excited for next session. Y'all have like the character growth this session has been kind of balls to the wall.
So, good.
I was not expecting this session to be like this.
I know.
I thought I was gonna die 5 minutes in. So I'm happy
I thought so too. Luckily enough, that I can't believe Kyle, like Hal having a sleep potion. I'm like, there's no way. And I was like a perfect lullaby, like on a, what was that, like a 20? I was like,
yeah, I don't think I did a single attack this round.
That's awesome.
I just played music and goofed.
Yeah, the Bahir had like 168 health. So when Chomsky threw the
that
sword
was
at it, I'm like, no!
Oh.
I only did that to get its attention.
I'd like, you're right. It was a slight, it was actually pretty good damage, but.
I almost did 10% of its health.
Only 10 more of those. Hey, isn't that right? What was it? Jerome or
Jormon?
Jormon.
I mean, he was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Also, I just needed to correct myself because I looked it up because I wasn't sure. I can only cast Sanctuary on myself. I can't do it on anyone else.
All right.
Oh.
Good knowing that moving forward.
So luckily, it hasn't really made any effect.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
God I
use
didn't jump.
I mean, that wouldn't have protected you then anyway. It's just for if people are attacking you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Gosh, I feel like you're being like a really like jigsaw character last couple things. Like, let's just put you low level people up against these like gods of monsters.
I don't scale my encounters, which I think is better. Because you get the pleasure of killing some hobgoblins that are not worth your time. And then you have to like immediately after it's like, oh wow, look at us kill this this small group of hobgoblins. No problem. An army of 1,000 shows up. You're like, all right. Then go hunt a challenge rating level, like challenge rating 11 monster. Like,
yeah.
Well, that's why we encountered a whatever that demon
Lord Baylor.
Second.
Third session encounters a challenge rating level 20 monster. Good times. But anyway, we all have big days tomorrow. So if you have any feedback for me, please let me know. Send it to me in the chat or something. Things you liked, things you didn't like. I want to get better at this. So
You're already doing really good.
Thanks. I had a lot of fun
But
today.
there's always room for improvement.
You got me there, Sarah.
Get together in person again sometime soon for this.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That'd be
Yeah.
I can pull out maps.
Yes.
And / we should play Dread. I wrote another
Also,
Dread thing.
yeah. Also, can we do Jackbox again soon-ish?
Yeah, I'd be
Because
down.
I missed that.
Yeah, I love that. I'll finish a Dread game eventually.
One day, I hope.
Maybe I'll start writing one. We'll see.
I was like in the car the other day and I was already like thinking about like just basically redoing the whole draft of mine I have done. So.
That'll happen.
I dug up my old typewriter and I was like, this would be really cool to do letters like that people find in cabinets for Dread, but then I couldn't think of anything.
This would be really cool for letters that people may or may not find in Dread, you mean?
Yeah.
Let's change the time period and the setting. Okay.
That'll happen. Got a Call of Cthulhu game that I just found a map of New York, the New York, New England area of 1939. I'm like, all right, I guess that's where this one's going to take place.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like an old map that Western was getting rid of. So
Nice.
That's really cool.
yeah, so I'm excited to potentially use that sometime. But anyway, we gotta go to bed. So
Good night.
Yeah.
night, y'all.
Good
It's been
Good
a
night.
blast playing.
Have a
So
good night.